Hey everybody, welcome in to the pregame show for the Montreal Canadiens hosting the Ottawa Senators. An early, I guess a late afternoon game, a rare late afternoon game. So hopefully everybody's ready for that. Welcome in everybody that's here. Andrew, Ghislain, Jack, Chris, Daryl, Troy, Philip, Jackson. Welcome in everybody. Salute. Not bad. That's pretty smooth, actually. A little chaser. So let's hope for a good game. Got the Jofa bucket ready. Let's hope for a little more luck from the Jofa bucket. And yeah. Hey, Oppenheimer, Max. How's it going, guys? Jesus, that is a trout. What is a trout? I'm missing you somewhere. No, Caufield's not playing tonight, guys. So the news is Cole Caufield not in the lineup. Carey Price starting tonight. Today, it's not tonight. So yeah, so we got Price and Nets today, but Caufield nowhere to be seen. Hey Hayden, Jack, how's it going? I'm doing well. Mete gets a Hattie. Wow. There's a prediction for you there, Nolan, eh? Alifaz, how's it going? Nolan, how's it going? Thanks for coming in. Won't let the Habs in the ozone once. If that happens, man, if you could have only done that here. Is Evans in? No changes to the lineup other than Carey Price. That's it, that's all. I know a lot of people are going to be disappointed that Caufield not in the lineup. Myself included, sort of. I'm not unhappy that he's not. I was excited to possibly see him. I was expecting to see him, but I'm not unhappy that he's not. It's just, we'll probably see him at some point, but I don't know. Probably best that he's not thrown in here right now. That's what I say. For anybody wondering what my score was for the Guess the Score contest, I've got it 3-2 Ottawa with Mete getting the first goal. So it's also Victor Mete's first game against Montreal and in a Ottawa Senators uniform. I believe he's wearing number 98. So if you want to look for Mete, I believe it's number 98. And it should be interesting to see how he plays against Montreal. Very interesting. And let's see what else is there to talk about. Come on, guys. Hey, Shamir. Shamir, come on. Talk to everybody. Come on. You got the link. He probably doesn't want to come on. Caufield would be great on the power play. Would help their power play a lot, but doesn't look like it's going to happen because he's not in the lineup. Shamir's got Mete as well. Yeah, why not, right? Oh, yeah, I forgot some of the stuff I can do here. I think it's a good thing he's not playing. It's not good to rush a guy into position like that. This is Caufield we're talking about, and put all that pressure on him. It's important to ease him into it. Yeah, listen, I don't, that's kind of what I feel, right? Andrew, yes, I do have your score. No worries, buddy. Hopefully Carey is clutch tonight. Yeah, I'm expecting good things. The only problem for me here is he hasn't been great against Ottawa, but, doesn't mean anything from game to game. We'll see. Nolan, it does start at 4. Yes, that's why I'm on so early. Game starts in roughly 25 minutes. Roughly 25 minutes. So, whoop. All righty, everybody. Let's take this off right there. Say hi to Shamir. Shamir, thanks for joining me. I'm not all alone. I appreciate that.
Well, can you hear me? Are there any technical difficulties?
No technical difficulties. My headphones are on.
Right.
So everything's good.
All right. So this time I'm not wearing the barber pole, but this jersey.
Showing off the jersey collection, are we?
Yes, with Mike Camilleri's name on the back.
On the back, yeah.
There. I remember back during that centennial year when a lot of people were buying these ones. Camilleri's name was, for whatever reason, it was those ones that were going for hotcakes.
Yeah, very popular guy.
Yeah.
Horrible the way he got traded.
That was really that was really unfortunate. But
Yep. Horrible management at the time.
yeah, and we were all speculating recently if something like that would happen to like Tatar or something.
Yeah.
Before the when he got benched before the break.
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, that's just horrible management.
I think Bergevin is better than that.
Yeah, Pierre Gauthier, I think, could be amongst the worst. I think he might be the worst GM that Montreal's ever had. Him and maybe Irving Grundman.
Yeah.
They were horrible.
Yeah.
In my lifetime.
Grundman might have won one Stanley Cup in '79, but that was all Pollock's work.
Yeah, I'd say it wasn't because of Grundman that they won. That's for sure. But Pierre Gauthier, I mean, I hated the team at the time when he was here. I hated the moves he made, and he was horrible.
Yeah, I mean, I know people might put Bob Gainey up there mostly because of the Scott Gomez trade, but when it was Price versus Halak, he was just Team Price, and he didn't give in to that mob there that wanted
Halak,
the team to go with Halak long term. So I do give Gainey props for that. At least he was smart about that.
Yeah, definitely. Shamir's audio is a little low, but that happens, with different people in different locations. So you just got to turn it up a little bit. I'll try to talk really low. No problem. Let's see some of these here. I agree, Rick. I remember when you're on the money, Pierre was the worst. Yeah, Pierre was absolutely the worst. I go back far. I go back pretty far. Although I think when I first became a fan, I mean, it was Sam Pollock. It was Sam Pollock, and then then it was Irving Grundman, and it was just like day and night. And so I know I know a lot of the GMs that were here before. Like I think Gauthier was the worst of all time for Montreal.
Yeah, I mean, based on in my lifetime, I would say Gauthier as well.
Gauthier right up there with him. Yeah. I mean, Gauthier and Grundman, the two. I don't know who's better, who's worse, but they both qualify as the on the bottom of the barrel.
And the fact that with Grundman, it was also that's when we saw pretty much that '70s dynasty just slowly being dismantled as well, just because players moving on, retiring, that sort of stuff.
Yeah. And remember, he voted himself into somehow he got himself into the Hockey Hall of Fame. And then, if I'm not correct, they threw him out after, didn't they? It had to do with what's his name? That guy that ripped everybody off, Alan Eagleson. Wasn't it? Didn't have to do with Eagleson?
I wouldn't be surprised, but I know that he was, that Grundman was also on Montreal City Council and got charged with corruption, and I think that he had to resign from there too.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. He was horrible. I know they took him out of the January. They took him out of the Hall of Fame, like they did with Eagleson too. They took him out.
Yeah,
and yes, Carey is the starter. Carey is the starter today. Sorry about that.
And I do agree with Gislain's comments there. Camilleri, he did
told
tell
the
truth.
It was a horrible management, and he was fed up with how the management was, and he said something, and boom, in between periods.
Rene Bourque, I mean, what does that tell you?
For Camilleri, yeah, I mean, talent-wise, not even close. Yep, yeah. And something about Gainey. Gainey also had to get Gamma Z in order to get Giunta and Mike. So Gainey didn't really want Gomez. Okay. But to get those two players, he did it. Well, he knew that if he got Gomez, that he'd get players coming here. Apparently, Giunta, I'm not sure about Camilleri, but Giunta said one of the reasons he came here was for Scott Gomez being here.
Yeah. I mean, I did like Giunta as well.
Yeah, I mean, he was okay. I mean, he was okay.
I mean, I liked his work ethic and everything. I mean, I thought that...
The weirdest thing was that year, the opening, when you had 5 new guys we didn't know, like Gomez, Giunta, I can't remember spot check. I'm trying to think of the other two, and it was the weirdest. Like I didn't know the team. I felt like I did not know my hockey team, and I hated it.
Yeah.
So I can't remember the other two guys. Do you remember who the 5 guys? There were 5 new guys.
Vaguely remember. I just remember Gomez, Camilleri, Gionta, Spacek.
Maybe
I'd have to go back and refresh my memory on.
So maybe Camilleri was one of them. So that would mean I don't know who the 5th one is.
Yeah, Camilleri was one of them.
Yeah. So I don't remember who the 5th one was. Anybody out there remember who? What year was that? 2009, 10?
Yeah, that was our centennial year.
2009, 10. Yeah, because that's right. Yeah, it was horrible. And you know the weird thing is like this year also 5 new guys on the team. I didn't feel that way.
Yeah.
I didn't feel it was a weird team or I didn't know anybody, so it was weird how that kind of turned out.
And also that season, that's when they had their magical run with Halak into the Final Four.
Yeah, true.
Well, and I remember being at that centennial game versus Boston, and I remember Camilleri getting Camilleri getting a hat trick, and that was just my first time at the Bell Center as well. So I mean that was quite memorable, and seeing that huge loud ovation that Patrick Waugh got, that almost took the roof off the place.
Yeah.
So,
good times. Good times.
They were.
So for a little bit, I mean, it wasn't a great team, but it was.
I mean, it had a bit of shades of '93 where it wasn't a great team, but they were just able to accomplish something special. I mean, they didn't quite get there, but it had that air of something special there.
Without those elite superstar players, that's about as good as you can get, kind of, right?
Yeah.
And we haven't had any of those since the 70s. The last time, although in '93 we had Bellows and Damphus. Those guys were, I mean, those were elite players.
Yes, they were, but as well, the expectations just weren't that high.
No, definitely that. But I'm saying, those guys were elite players. You got to say. I mean, look at their points totals and all that. And in '86, Bobby Smith. Got to say, Bobby Smith was an elite player.
Yeah, you had the combination, even of the elite players and some of those the lunch pail players like Gary Lehman as well. Those kind of grinded out kind of types.
It's funny you say that, and he scored 50 goals. What, once or twice? I know of once. I don't know if it was twice, but he scored 50 goals once. So weird to say that he's a lunch pail type.
Yeah, I mean that's just how I remember, some of these players. They were like that small, gritty, grinded out kind of guys. They just did little things well, and the big things just took care of themselves.
Oh, I forgot the superstar we had that year also, Paul DiPietro. He played like one though in the playoffs.
Yes. And don't forget Gilbert Dion.
You can't. And Gilbert Dion wouldn't let you forget about Gilbert Dion. That's one thing. Yeah, he wouldn't let you forget.
Yeah, I remember like the previous year or previous seasons prior to that cup run where, there would be, streaks here and there where he would score like 2 goals, 4 goals, maybe 3, a hat trick. And I think that, that really got to his head, and he just thought that he was much bigger than he really was.
Yeah, and I think in the playoffs that year, I remember there was a goal scored and they weren't sure who scored it, and it was kind of confusing. This is why I don't like him. And I remember he was like pointing, "Yeah, it was me. It was me. It was me." And you don't do that. You score a goal, let them figure it out, right? You don't go around boasting, I scored. You never see that really. And I thought, I don't think I like this guy. Not a team guy.
I see Dan Asham comment there about Mike Keane on the '93 team. He was
True.
Another solid one, and he was just the innocent bystander in that trade there.
Oh yeah, there's no way they should have included Keane in that trade. That was just
I mean, that was just a huge,
highway robbery. Exactly. It was highway robbery by Colorado because they took advantage of Houle.
Yes, we were talking about worst GMs. We forgot to put Hool in that list
We
there.
did. We did.
Yes, shame
Yes.
on us. Shame on us.
It's true. It's very true. Because I mean, he just gave them Mike Keane
Yeah,
for not. I mean, gave him Patrick Waugh pretty much. I mean,
yeah.
and then to
I
throw
mean,
Mike Keane on top.
yeah. And just I remember that 25th anniversary video that you did around that time.
That I didn't
Yes,
finish. You're saying, right? I didn't do the second part. Yeah.
yeah. That yeah, Patrick Waugh. Yes, I think the sense was there that he probably was going to be on his way out, especially the previous season we had missed the playoffs for the first time in 25 years, and Patrick Waugh was being scapegoated and
Yeah.
various other things. I think we knew that he was going to be traded, but
Well, I
come
didn't.
on, like with Savard, I mean, obviously we would have gotten a better return on that.
Yeah. Well, without a doubt, we would have
Yeah,
gotten a decent.
and
You know, you
Hool,
can.
he was just thrown in there. He had no idea
Yeah.
what was going on, and he was just in over
He
his
was
head. I mean,
horrible.
it was just about getting rid of Waugh, and he just didn't care about the return. It seemed.
No, he was literally just he was just horrible.
And then Tremblay
Uh,
just kept pouring fuel on the fire because he was always critical of Waugh in the media, so that was bound to blow up.
Oh, see, don't forget, and here, look in this comment. Don't forget Rick Vibe. That's from Toronto. But Dan Daou, that was he was a Montreal Canadiens draft pick. Dan Daou. I remember I had his hockey card. They traded him before he ever really played. He played a little bit, but not much. So Dan Daou, a former Hab. Rick Vive. I mean, that guy, that poor Rick Vive had to play how many years in Toronto with under Harold Ballard? That had to be
Yeah,
horrible, horrible.
just for anybody play under Harold Ballard.
See here, Bobby Smith. A lot of people are comparing Coke. I can't. My words aren't coming out. Words out, Rick. KK to Bobby Smith. I don't. I guess with the skating and everything, kind of, kind of right. Good
Yeah,
comparison. Great
and also
player.
with and also with Danfus, he was our last 40 goal scorer for the
Danfus and
Habs.
Bellows. No, Danfus and Bellows both.
Uh, Danfus, I know that was accomplished in 93, 94. That was the year after our cup win.
And I think the Cup win, Bellows did it.
Okay, I'd have to go
I
back and
think.
refresh my memory, but
I'm pretty sure
but
in 92, 93.
yeah,
Yeah,
I could
92,
see that.
93,
I
Bellows.
could see that happening. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my recollection. But you know what they say about recollections, they're not usually right. Hey, Knights fan, I'm doing good. How are you? Thanks for being
Yep,
in.
Dan. Yes, Dan Asham. I like Mike Keane. I loved him.
Do you guys like Mike Keane? Well, we didn't we answer that. How many players played on every team they played Mike Keane? What? How many players played on every team? On what do you mean by on every team? Not sure. Where can I watch the game? Can't find one. Knights fan, are you in the U.S.? Because I'm not sure if I'm watching it on Sports Surge. I don't know if that helps you in the U.S. Let's see here what we got. I think they had Gainey, who had great GM background. I think Roy would have never got traded under Gainey. Gainey should have been brought in sooner. No, I think Roy was going to get traded. He took up too much. The word they use is too much air out of the room. And yeah, he was becoming bigger than the team, and that's really never good. And I think he was going to get traded either way. I think he
And I think there
wanted
was,
to.
yeah,
Like
I think there was a
he
sense that he was getting unhappy in Montreal. I believe
yeah.
because that the
You know what it was from, eh? Because Montreal, typical Montreal fans, if he had a bad season, there was that one season just before where he had a bad season, and like it was even on a billboard about trading Rock. So I don't think he liked that, and yeah, I think he was leaning towards asking for a trade already, and yeah, he
yeah.
wouldn't have still been here for Gainey, I don't think.
Yeah, it was yeah, because that previous season before the trade, that was when That was the strike-shortened season, and they had missed the playoffs for the first time since 1970. And there were, I mean, there were just a lot of questions going into that next season, whether Savard would keep his job, whether Demers would keep his job, whether or not Raw would get traded. And then when the 0-5 start happened, that just pretty much sealed Savard and Demers' fates.
I
They
know,
pretty
but
much,
still,
yeah,
0 and
and
5. I get it's
yeah,
bad, but it's
yeah,
5 games into a season.
yeah.
It's a
I
bit.
get
That was
that.
a bit
Yeah,
quick. If they didn't,
it
if you know what,
was.
okay,
I mean,
fire Demers.
yeah, I could have
Why'd they?
understood that,
You
but
don't fire Demers.
with the double
They made a
firing,
mistake.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, they made a big mistake firing Savard. That was the big. That was the beginning of the big mistake that led.
yeah,
But that was the first mistake they made was firing Savard
yeah,
at that point.
yeah, because I don't think the time time was really right to fire Savard. I mean, yeah, if you judge maybe halfway through the season and they were still playing, let's say maybe less than
Right.
500 hockey or whatever, then maybe you could, start reassessing
Yeah.
your options there. But Savard, he still built some really solid teams, even though the cup wins didn't come as far and frequent. But
Right.
it was going to be hard in that kind of era that we were getting into.
Yeah. Exactly. And I mean, and or else at least if you're gonna fire Savard, have a plan other than
Yeah,
just call up Reggie. We just fired Savard. Do you
yeah.
want to be the GM?
I mean,
Like,
like Reggie was the best you could come up with. I mean, like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like there was no plan there. Obviously, they did it kind of. They say they planned it. I don't think they planned it very well. It was
yeah,
rather spur of the moment.
and also, I have to say, even, well, I mean, Ronald Corey, I mean, he was just really getting under my skin. I think that he was just starting to make a lot of bad decisions
Yeah, yeah.
as well.
Probably he should have
Managerial,
gone.
yeah,
They should have. They should have maybe put Savard in his spot and let
yeah,
Savard hire a new GM and everything. That's what I think, anyway.
exactly.
Um,
Yeah,
Habs Guru, hang on a second. Some Habs Guru hype in the room. Some Dono hype.
don't know
Thank you,
hype.
Habs Guru. I appreciate that. Let me put up that. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Let me put up a banner so people know what just happened there. I got one. I got one. Let me just change it from a ticker to. I just got to get faster at that. All right. Thanks, Habs Guru. Really appreciate it. So, Habs Guru just with a donation. I don't know if you can see behind me. There's that gray shirt, just like the one I'm wearing. Yeah, I'm still wearing. I've got a few of these. Okay, guys. Yeah, that's the next giveaway. Last game of the season, I'm going to give that away for. So, if you give a donation, a super chat, super sticker, or you take a membership, you will get entered into that giveaway. Also, remind everybody to, if you're having a good time, give a thumbs up. That helps the algorithm and all that stuff. And let's see, we are about 7 minutes to game time.
So I haven't seen the lineups yet. Have there been any mysterious injuries enabling the team to slot in Caufield today?
Nope. No, Caufield will not be in the lineup. Caufield will not be in the lineup.
Yeah.
That is what the coach said. They sticking with the story. They don't have the money, and that's what it is.
Plus,
So.
I think I even said this the other night on Thursday, but my whole thing on Caufield is just don't rush him. Please, just don't.
Well, that's what I said coming in here. Like I'm excited to see him play, but I'm not unhappy that they didn't do it today, right? Like I'm not unhappy at all.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I mean, I was buying into the hype a little bit and the excitement of it, right? I mean, that's all. It's exciting that it'd be cool to see him come up and all that, but yeah, they're playing it the right way and is working out. I think it'll work out better that way. Let me just see if they're. Oh, speaking of Ronald Corey should have gone, and Savard should have got his. That's what I was. Yeah, and Gainey with Savard, they were very close. As Gainey was very close to Carbonell as well. Yeah, but wasn't Gainey the GM at that point of Dallas Stars? Am I
think he was
correct?
either the head coach or the GM at that time. He was pretty in with the Stars organization. I believe.
Yeah, and I think that's the reason why they didn't do that, and then I think the Stars let him go, and that's when they hired him as the GM. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. I mean, I've been known to be wrong on little details like that sometimes. And Gainey was very close to Carbonneau until he fired him. Yeah. That took care of that. Yeah, they're still not. They're still distant.
Yeah, because Carbonneau, he was quite involved with the Stars organization as well.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. Yeah. That's right. He played there for what, 3-4 years? And as a matter of fact, one of the Stars players, Jim Montgomery. No, maybe it's not Jim Montgomery. I'm not sure who it is, but one of the Stars, it wasn't Jim Montgomery. One of the Stars players married Carbo's daughter, if I'm correct. You remember that? No?
No.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure one of the Stars players at the time married one of or Carbo's daughter. I don't know how many he has. But I remember that. And Carbo ended up moving here to Il Bazar. I used to, when I was doing the lawn care for Weedman, I did Il Bazar here. I think it was Il Bazar. And there's a golf course up there. And he used to live one of the streets that ran like across from the golf course. And I delivered did the lawn, I think 2 or 3 doors away from him. And I never got to see him though.
Oh, Weedman. That can have so many different interpretations there.
That's where you've seen my green hat. That's where it comes from. And the reason I really wanted to work at Weedman, that got me started doing lawns, actually, it was a good thing. But I just wanted the hat that said Weedman. That's really why I did it. And I thought it was pretty cool.
Oh, we got some clarifications here. Brendan Morrow.
Brendan Morrow. That's it.
About Carbonneau's
married geese. Yes, that's right. Brendan Morrow. That's the guy. So that must have been, that's pretty, I don't know, weird playing with your father-in-law on the team. Hey, no, you think that would be weird?
Yeah, well, yeah, that would be, that would be a bit weird. But we've also seen other examples of some type things or family connections in sports like that where it might create conflicts of interest.
Yep. Cole will be on the road trip, but yeah, that was the plan for him to be on the road trip practicing with the team. Doesn't mean he's going to play. I mean, if there's an injury, they can do it. They can call him up on an emergency basis, which would mean they don't have enough players to fill out a lineup. There's a couple of ways they can do it, but you know what? I think I'm encouraged to say that more than likely he's here just to be here skating, practicing, and not sitting around waiting for all that stuff with Laval and getting better quality. That's what I heard. Who was it? Maybe it was the coach. It was somebody. I think it was Ducharme. He's getting better quality practice, more practice than he would with Laval. They don't practice twice a day on game or on whatever days. I heard it explained by Ducharme. So I think that is in the end why he's here, and don't really expect to see him unless there's an injury, pretty much as they said. So that's highlights I see. We're about to start. Yeah. Gainey was pissed he didn't want to fire Carbo. He was forced. And he would left Dallas for Savard. But Gainey was never fired with either team. He resigned from both teams. Okay. He resigned from the Stars.
Morning, Rick in Korea there, just quickly before I let you get to the game there. But Paul.
Yeah, I see it, yeah.
Saying, yes, yeah. So morning to you too. And I think he agrees with us on Mete.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, I think I just have that feeling as well. I think as Jeff was pointing out the other night, there is that, I just have this feeling he might be a thorn in our side. And Mete, I think he would be motivated, extra motivated.
Yeah,
today
yeah. To me, it makes sense to bring Mete. I just wanted to say one thing. I don't feel that Gainey was forced to fire Carbonneau. That's one thing I want to say. I don't think Gainey should have fired Carbonneau. That was a mistake. Another mistake they made.
Good old George Gillette. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember.
was
Like, I
the
just,
era.
I don't think he should have. He was forced. He did it for other reasons, and that's why Carbo is still pissed at him. All right, are you going to hang around, or you want to watch the game and not have all this?
It's up to you. If you
Totally up to you.
want to, I'm fine either way. I can come back in the intermission, unless there are other guests that want to come in.
No, I mean during the games, usually not. No, it's up to you. As long as you're okay, you're not going to miss on the walking the game. You're going to take the game for a walk, watching the game, because it's something to get used to. The only thing for me is, yeah, no, it's okay. I can't hear the. I have to keep the sound off on the game, so I don't get to hear the game. Is the only difference. Same thing for you. Just remember, you got to keep your sound off on the game. You won't be able to hear the game. Okay, but I think a lot of people do that. Eh? They listen to, I guess they listen to me and watch the game without the sound on, right?
I mean, that's what I do.
Oh, okay. So for you, it's good.
I just mute it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll do this as a twosome. We'll see how that goes. Was it Ghislaine? No. The Gainey's daughter died in a boat accident. Wasn't he GM here when that happened? It was the last year and a half that he was the GM, I think, right?
Yeah,
When
it
his
was
daughter
around 2006, I believe, or early, 2006, 2007, I believe that the accident happened.
Yeah, it was right near the end of his stint here.
Yeah.
We all thought he would resign, and he didn't. He stayed on as GM. I remember that. Pretty sad.
Yeah,
it was pretty sad.
Yes, and Born to be a Hab. Yeah, I don't know if this was discussed before I came on, but yeah, Gallagher about not requiring surgery.
Oh, good. Not required. That's good. That means he'll be ready for the playoffs. Because I think if it would have required surgery, you're looking at probably longer than the 6 weeks that they were calling it. So that's a good thing. Yeah, it's an early game. There's going to be a lot of people outside my place, and my dog might bark because there are dogs outside, and they bark, and she barks. So sorry about that, everybody. How come we're down to 36 people? Wow, what happened? Are we not entertaining people? Are we not entertaining you?
Yeah. And also to the new comers in this chat this afternoon, don't panic. This is not a Leafs jersey. It's the Centennial jersey there, just in case.
Well, your lighting's a bit low, so it's hard for me anyways to see, and when you're small like that on the screen too. So I don't think anybody thought that, but it's true. Now that you mentioned it, it's kind of
here. I
didn't
throw anyone off.
Yeah, it's okay. I don't think anybody comes in here that's not specifically a Leafs fan is going to wear a Leafs jersey.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's anything to worry about.
It could also be the reverse retro too.
Oh, that's true. But it's not bad luck if you're wearing it. It's apparently only if they're wearing it. So I doubt we're going to see that the rest of the season. I think they did all their 6 retro reverse, didn't they? I think they did all 6 with 1 win wearing it. Price is back. Oh, if anybody didn't know, Price is back. Price is back. Okay, here's quick. Cheers. Good luck to the Habs before the puck drops.
And also, we saw recently it's not bad luck to say the S word.
Yeah, I still don't like doing it though.
No, I don't like. Hey, hot take. Hey, John.
Hey, John, how's it going? How's it going there, buddy? Game just started here. So, yeah, it's too late it's too late for the guesses. Everybody, guesses are off at this point. We don't seem to have a clock or anything on this one. That's Sportsnet for ya. So, John, how's it going? You got a big day of hockey today with all the early games all through the day. I don't know. Are the Leafs playing tonight? I guess. No, they're not. Their game was canceled. That's true. The game was canceled with Vancouver.
John was streaming the Capitals game.
Yeah, no, I saw that. He was streaming the Capitals. I saw that he was. I was getting ready for this, so I didn't go say hi, but I'm not. Yeah, John always makes me feel bad because he comes in, he always says hi. He's way busier than I am. So my apologies, buddy.
And also juggling his school schedule. I mean, how's that going, John?
I think John's getting close to the end. I saw a tweet earlier kind of to that effect from, which I'm sure he's going to be very happy about.
And just to answer Keegan's question about F1, I didn't watch the qualifying round, so can't comment on that.
Maybe low views because it's the afternoon. Oh, that's true. But there were like 50 people in here earlier. But yeah, John says he's going to try to get some studying done, but he's watching all the games. Going to have the Habs Sens game on in the background. Ah, awesome, buddy. Awesome. Go, Habs, go!
And also, good luck in your exams, John, in case
absolutely
you have to bounce.
Yes. Good luck on the exams, buddy. I know he's near the end. I know he is because something that he tweeted out today. All right. So yeah, the puck has dropped. This is not it's not the opening face-off, right? Why are they not putting a freaking scoreboard up? Do you see one on yours? The scoreboard?
No.
What the hell's up with that? I don't know. I'm going to do something to try. Give myself a bigger viewer. There, that's better. Need a Mete 2-byte? What's that? What's a Mete 2-byte? John's last exam Monday. Awesome. That's what it was. He finished his last paper last night. That's the tweet I saw. That's the end of 4 years. Wow. Congrats, buddy. Seriously. Seriously. It's a great feeling. Monday, you'd be like a weight off your shoulder. Mete is wearing number 98, I believe. Number 98. There he is. See, I was right. We're not getting the Habs game here in Winnipeg on Sportsnet. No? No, well, it's blacked out, of course. Blackouts.
Because it's on, because the Habs game, at least in terms of the Habs area, it's on TSN2.
Yeah. And I think in Ottawa, it's TSN5.
Yeah.
And RDS, of course.
Yeah.
So let's see. I can't tell the pace because I haven't been watching, so I'm going to just take a minute to watch. Have you been watching? It was such a boring, it was kind of a boring game last night. So I hope they have a bit more of an exciting game. And I hope it's more than one line that shows up. Hey, Luna, how's it going? Long time no see.
Hey, Luca.
Hey, Luca. Ah, okay. Yeah, well, if you have the center ice package, yeah, you're gonna get the game. That's the thing; they want you to pay. It's not like when I was young. You want it, yeah. You gotta pay to play unless you watch like I do. So far, kind of looks like a lot of back and forth. Nothing really, no chances really, but without a scoreboard. Ah. I want to see who got it. Yeah, Roger, absolutely. Everybody, check out Hot Take Hockey. I think most people here know who Hot Take Hockey is. Who got that goal? I'm sorry, John. I would have promoted you. Zub? Is that it? Oh, yeah. Well, that's it for him. I doubt anybody picked Zub. Right? Nobody on this paper. Oh, well. That was quick. God damn it. Okay, well, is a lot of hockey left. That's number one. And listen, I don't think anybody picked that guy. I'll only know when I go over it after, but not on my paper. The ones I have written down, nobody had them, so that's why I threw that out. A lot of hockey left. Game's not over by any means. V for vegan. How do you say game over a first goal with like 5 minutes into the game? Come on, let's be realistic now. Hey, John. Yeah, I was getting back to that. Go check out John at Hot Take Hockey because, I mean, he's got a great channel there. And if you haven't subscribed, which I think most people here are, yeah, definitely give him a subscribe. And you get a lot of great live streams there and all kinds of videos, about the whole league, not just like me, which is just about the Habs. He is a Leafs fan, but it's not just about the Leafs over there. And he's not a Leafs fan that you go, well, I can't watch a Leafs fan. You can watch John. You'll see. Take my advice.
A Leafs fan.
He's reasonable, for a Leafs fan. You know how it is, right, John? And he's fun to watch, actually. His live streams are a lot of fun to watch. Yeah, Pinto's debut, fourth line center today. I saw that. Shane Pinto, that's their big guy like our Cole Caufield. So 1-0. Not what we thought. It's game over. This team effort is not there. How? Luna, did you toss him for that? I mean, that's okay. You guys, I don't have control. I have no control of my mods. No control. They rule me. They run everything. But seriously, still a lot of hockey, though, V for vegan. How many times you see one period looks like crap, second period, they look great. So after one goal, come on.
Yeah, I mean, just because we end up going up 2-0, I mean, that doesn't, a lot of people around here, and rightfully so, say still a lot of hockey that, it ain't over till it's over. And, same applies in this respect too. It goes both ways.
If it were like that, it wouldn't be who has the most goals at the end of the game. It would be who scores the first goal, game over, that's it. That's how the games would be decided. They're not. So penalty for Tyler Toffoli. So as we're trying to rally the troops, we're on the fucking penalty kill. I have a feeling I'm going to be wearing this at some point in the game. I have a feeling. Maybe I shouldn't have had that drink earlier, like before they scored a goal. Did I jinx them? V for vegan, confidence is a fickle thing. That's all I could say. Ever play golf? Golf, from one hole to the next, from one shot to the next, you could lose your game or find it. And then, sports are like that. So, I'm not buying into your argument. Sorry. I'm more positive than that. Granted, third period, it goes like this. I get it, but there's so much hockey left to play. And I've been around a long time, and I've seen a lot of games that I thought weren't over. So.
Well, I mean, my expectations for this game are pretty low to begin with because of the back-to-back and the short turnaround, and so
that's something to take into account. We actually haven't said that. It's a very short turnaround on back-to-back. Ottawa did not play last night. They have younger players, young legs. I mean, they should be better. That's why I went for Ottawa to start with. But still, I have it as a close game. I don't think they're going to get blown out. And if they do, they do. What could I, whatever. But I'm not going to call it game over after a goal.
No.
I'm just not. What do they call that at a party? The life of the party. We're all life of the party kind of types here. Why do I sound like a pirate when I did that? I don't know. Aye, Billy. Price looking good, though. Price is looking good, though. Not bad. Yeah, let's send our positivity. Remember yesterday? We're sending the positivity to the Bell Center, not the forum. You see, I got it right this time. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. I'm going to start singing and dancing soon. I'm going to start singing and dancing. And if you're too young, you better get out of the room. Clothes might come off just to get to, well, that might actually ruin it. So maybe that won't happen. Actually, that might break everybody's cameras. Don't want to do that. So, or computers.
Well, I mean, you did start singing the Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious song last night, so you can always sing and dance to that as well, just to get the positivity vibes up.
Maybe a little bit more of that. I'll start singing and dancing.
That too, yes.
Maybe. Listen, gotta be positive. If we're not positive, then what the hell is the use? Maybe I should stop begging for money. Sorry, everybody. I realized it seems like I'm begging for money there. I didn't really mean that. Oh well. It happens. Let's see what else. There we go. Now I'm begging for subscribers. It's all about the begging. It's all about the bass. Isn't that a song? No? Hello, is there anybody out there? Hello?
Never heard of that.
Hello? I'm all alone. See, Dan says, please don't sing and dance, Rick. That's a thumbs down for the singing and dancing.
Well, I mean, I don't really sing that well, and I don't really dance, so nobody has to worry about me doing any of that.
Some Knights fan hype in the room. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate the sub. Hopefully I won't let you down on that. I really appreciate that. Oh, well, there you go. There, Luna promoting the channel. Thank you, Luna.
Yes, let's get to 50 likes, if according to what Corey is saying is correct.
Some likes in the room. Thumbs up if you're liking me making a fool of myself. And listen, if we don't get there, I'm threatening you now. I'm going to sing and dance if we don't get 50 likes in the room.
And How's Rick that? Is going to take his shirt off too, so
yeah, maybe not. I don't know. I'm not wearing my clean bra. That's why.
Oh.
I know, too much information there.
Well, if you have a ketchup stain or two on there, I mean, I'm not going to judge you.
Not ketchup, spaghetti sauce.
Okay.
Which would be appropriate. I had spaghetti. I had pasta for lunch, so maybe I'm telling the truth.
Well, I've got a lasagna in the oven right now.
I'm coming over for supper. Although it's going to take, I'm going to be late though.
Although now with Ford and the restriction travels, there's no provincial travel right now.
Oh, it's true, eh? Very true. Geez, you guys got it worse than we do. We could at least go out during the day just to go for a walk.
Yeah.
I mean, I can anyway because I got a dog, but. Yep.
Well, I was going to go out and get some groceries, but I was feeling too lazy today. So for the first time, I tried ordering the groceries on Uber Eats from Walmart.
Yeah?
So I tried that for the first time.
It's an adventure. At least here, my kid does it all the time. Zach does it all the time. It's an adventure. You never know if you're going to get everything or if it's all going to come at once. Because it usually comes in 2 separate deliveries for some reason. And sometimes you get somebody else's order. And then you get your... No, what happened once, he got somebody else's order. It's like, hey, this isn't my order. And at that point, there's nothing you can do about it to send it back. Nothing. So you let them know you didn't get your order. And then his order showed up. So he got his order and somebody else's order. So it was pretty cool. It was like $100 worth of food.
Wow.
And there's nothing you can do. And the other people don't lose their money. I mean, they get their money back, but it's just such a weird system they use. I go to the supermarket because that way the stuff that I buy, I actually get and I take it home and it is actually gets home with me. But that's just me. All right. First
Let's see
update.
if we can
10. Wait. Update. 10 minutes into this game. 10 minutes into the game. 5-1 are the shots for Ottawa. 1-0 for Ottawa. Montreal on a power play. 1:40 left on that power play. Sorry there. Floor's back to you.
Well, let's hope the power play actually does something.
Yeah. What's wrong with Weber? Weber's something wrong with him. He's his upper body. He's not shooting. He's not passing very well. Something wrong with him. If you ask me, he's been flubbing a lot of passes. They've been deferring to him on not deferring to him on the power play. You know where they usually go to him. I think something wrong.
Yeah, I think maybe Weber is battling an injury here. It's got to be.
Okay, I just got to say something. Hako, that comment, if I could remove it, I would. That's not allowed here. First of all, you're talking to a Jew. That's not an appropriate comment to say to a Jew. Sorry. Yeah, I'm an atheist, but still, my background, and that's not an appropriate comment in a hockey channel. So if you can delete that, I'd appreciate it if you would. I understand everybody's frustrations with what's going on, but I lived through it as well. I'm under not maybe as extreme right now in Ontario, but I'm under pretty extreme conditions too. And I wouldn't write that ever. Damn it. Sorry, but you ruined my mood a bit. Nothing against you, but that's the only way I think I can get rid of that comment. So that comment is gone. I don't want to see that. And I'm not going to repeat it. If anybody doesn't know what comment it was, trust me, it wasn't something I like.
Yeah, I was trying to watch the game on one of the online, but just got some lag issues. So forgive me, everyone, if I'm not really up to date with what's going on in the game right now.
Okay, let me get my mood back and get back into this game. It was very, very, very offensive. If you don't understand why, I apologize that you don't understand why, but it was very offensive. I don't ever want to see that in my room.
Dan is wearing Carey Price retro reverse.
Brad, I get that, but it's still that a comment that I deleted there was not appropriate either way. And if you don't get what it is, why don't you just go online and research what the word Nazi means before you say that in my room. It's funny because we were talking about prejudice. Was it just between me, you, and Jeff the other day, Shamir? We were talking about prejudice.
I think that might have been in one of the after chats.
Yeah, in one of the after chats, right? We were talking about that kind of stuff. And then here comes, boom. See, I told you I'm not averse to it. Like, it's happened to me. I know that wasn't a shot at me, but it kind of is without somebody realizing it. All right, it's triggering me like it is.
Well,
I'll get my mood back. Don't worry. Hey, Slingshot, how's it going? Thing that's so weird is nobody freaking noticed. How? In my day, If this was a group of people in a room, that guy would have got his ass beat. That's all. Just saying. And here, nobody noticed.
Well, I noticed, but I'm not in YouTube right now to actually deal with that myself.
No. I'm not expecting you to deal with it. I dealt with it anyway. But I'm just saying, it's just I don't understand people. I don't understand that how people can just throw that word around that easily. It's disrespectful.
Well, just to get to Luca's comment there about generosity, I think we were being generous quite a bit last night towards Calgary, and it still worked out somehow. A slingshot showdown.
Fuck, I'm mad. Time. I'm shaking mad. Like, I know it's not that visible, but I'm literally shaking mad right now. Jesus, what's wrong with me getting so triggered? Okay, enough of that. I'm going to watch the game for a minute. I'll get back into. So my apologies to everybody watching. I really do apologize. I'm fine. From the look on these guys' faces on the bench, what they're showing, what I'm seeing now, because I'm behind everybody, I don't like what I see there. Would you agree, Shamir? Did you see that they panned across the Habs bench?
Well, I've been trying to watch the game online, but just keep getting a lot of lag issues, so I gave up on that. Just so I can keep this stream going, and I don't.
Well,
think
listen.
it reacts
Do you
too well
want?
to twice
You want to back?
but
Well, why don't you back out and watch the game? Don't not be able to watch the game just to be in the stream.
well,
It's up to you. It's up to you.
I mean, I'm fine either way, but yeah, I think I'll just bow out for a bit and then maybe come back on maybe during intermission. Yeah.
John, thanks. I appreciate that. Yeah, but I don't like being mad or being triggered by something like that. But you know what? If I'm going to be triggered by something, that one's okay. And Luna, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I like Hawko, so I have nothing against Hawko. I don't like that comment. I won't put up with that kind of stuff. That's all. So everybody in the future, just remember that. All right, let's get to the game. 5:07 left in this game on my clock. Still 5-1 in shots. Are you kidding me? They're like, this is going to be, well, it's kind of a boring one shot in the first 15 minutes against Ottawa.
I see Brad's comment on there. I think Price is tired. But I think we go through. But
he shouldn't.
I get the fact that he's coming back from the injury, but it was just several times we keep saying Price is tired and that he needs a rest. But
yeah, he can't be tired. Hawko B, I just want to say no hard feelings. I did what I felt I had to do. I'm not going to hold it against you. Just know not to do that again. No hard feelings, buddy. I'm not one to hold grudges like that. Had my say, that's it.
Well, fair enough.
All right.
I didn't get the sarcasm there.
It's hard to get sarcasm sometimes from a printed thing.
Yeah.
Just the way it is. Lucas got it right. Looks like an ECHL or Junior B game. 5-1 for the shots. Over 15 minutes in. That's insane. Slingshot, I appreciate. I imagine you're talking to John as well as myself. I appreciate that, and I'm quite sure John does as well. One shot on goal in the first. This is not just sad. it is almost unacceptable. Game winner. Don't ask him what he said. So you want him to print it, put it in the comments again? I'd like, really? Okay. Luca, I kind of agree with you. It's I don't know if it's as bad as that, but it's under the AHL level, it looks like to me, you know. But I'm not watching super close, so. Well, it's not just their effort either. Look at Ottawa, 5 shots. Not much better. It's a shitty game so far. And then again, second period could be totally the opposite. So that's why I say not over till it's over. That's number one.
I mean, just based on shots on goal. I mean, I didn't expect Montreal to really be, pants on fire today. But I didn't expect it to be that bad.
Yeah, we all have to take into account that Montreal played last night. And this is an early start. And that you might think it's only an hour and a half, 2 hours really difference for them on a back-to-back. But you know what? That could make a lot of difference because it changes your routine like big time and throws you off.
Time, even for back-to-backs for most teams, I mean, that's a rarity when it's less than 24 hours. So.
Well, when you think of the start of one game to the start of the next, it is less than 24 hours, but this is like an hour and a half, almost 2 hours difference from, and it's not a lot of time, but it is when it's such a short turnaround, you know? If it was a day in between games, it'd mean nothing. But when you played last night, and they tried to mitigate it by moving the game to 6 p.m., but, imagine how it would be even worse if they had played at 7 last night.
Yeah.
I'm only going to say if game winner in Hako, you want to keep talking about it, we'll make sure that you're going to talk elsewhere about it. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to see it being talked about. You can say, man, that's mean or whatever, but understand where I'm coming from. How's that? It'd be nice if Caufield could do that up here. But we're going to wait and be patient. He's going to come up here because they're showing Caufield on my screen anyway.
So when do you think Mr. Caufield plays his first game for the Habs?
Last week of the season.
Yeah.
Well, that would be more ideal. I mean, or preferably really next season. But I mean,
yeah, that would be my preference. Let him fight for a position at camp.
But I got to think that they're probably going to bring him up and give him a try.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what we were discussing. It's just, Habs find themselves in the situation they are, and desperate times calls for desperate measures.
That's a good point there, John. You don't see that anymore. Well, remember, what's his name? Michel Bergeron, Nordiques. Was it Bergeron? What was his name? Michel, it's been so long. Man, that guy used to get worked up. Even Don Cherry behind the bench used to get worked up. And it's true what John's saying there. You don't see that the coach getting, like they just stand there and whatever happens, happens. Maybe with a little fire from the coach behind the bench, maybe they wouldn't be sitting there looking like they're about to lose this game. Because that's what I saw on the bench. They panned the bench, and everybody looked like it's first period. They look like they're about to lose the game. I get they're tired, and that's probably what I saw, but I don't know. You still expect more. I think we really have to remember that it's that quick turnover. This isn't probably going to be a good result. And if it is a good result, well, it's a bonus. Right?
Exactly. Yeah, we just tripled our shot total.
Well, 5-3, we're at least matching them closer. Oh, it's going to be one of these.
Maybe Montreal needs cheerleaders behind the bench. Too bad
Wouldn't it
the border is closed. I mean, we could have the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders or something like that.
Yeah, but no, you can't. You can't today. First of all, only if it's even men and women, because you can't. There's a lot of women watching hockey. You got to at least have men cheerleaders then. Got to give the women something to look at as well. If we're going to be sexist, you got to give them that opportunity as well. That's what we've come to. But that's right. I mean, it's true. It's not fair that, it's not encouraging to women to say, oh, well, I see myself at a game. I'm a cheerleader. That's not really what you want to see. Yeah, John, exactly. Exactly. Get fired up, Ducharme, wake these guys up. Hopefully, hopefully at least in the locker room in between periods. Crap, man. God, Drouin, man, he can't close the deal on anything. Man.
I think Ducharme is reluctant to get fired up or anything or say anything, because if he wants to talk, then his mask keeps getting dislodged, I guess.
What's the name of the guy in Goon? Xavier Laflamme. Oh, what great. Going on the PK, but the PK actually has been good. So that's the one, I mean, of the special teams especially, and they've been good lately, so let's hope so. And Ottawa's power play is like 15.9%. It's on the board.
Well, if we're going on the penalty kill, then maybe it's time for one of those.
A shorty.
We haven't had one of those in a while.
What's that movie? Get Shorty. Get a shorty. The hockey version.
Well, at least it's not us getting the puck over the glass penalties this time.
Yeah, well, there's still a lot of hockey left, Shamir.
Yeah. I know, and yes, and our friend Sherrod is back too, isn't he?
Yes, yeah. Okay, well, the first period just ended, so there's that. Let's see. Bring out that. So, tonight, I'm not asking anybody to join in, especially now. I'm not in the mood. I don't want to take. I just not. So if Luna does want to come in, no, Luna was already invited, and I know Luna's not going to do anything that's going to piss me off. So, yeah, I maybe in the second intermission, but I'm not having anybody on this intermission. I apologize. Unless I invited Matt from Scotian Canadian, he might pop in, and we have Luna to join us.
Hi guys.
Hey Luna, how you doing?
Hey,
Good.
Luna.
How are you?
Oh,
Nice to
I'm
face to the name here.
Oh, you haven't. Oh, maybe that's true. Yeah, you were AWOL for a little while.
Yeah, I had a lot of overtime to do, so I missed the last couple games. But cheers, boys.
And Shamir's the one that actually been AWOL.
Oh, okay, my bad.
he took a little time off the last couple of weeks. So, yeah. So, what do you think of the game?
Yeah, it's pretty low pace, pretty low shots. Not a whole lot going on there.
Yeah.
They need to wake up for sure.
Yeah, especially after last night's game was kind of boring. Unless you only tuned in for about the first minute. I thought the first minute was like, wow, this is going to be a great game. And then what happened? They just went to boredom right after that. So, hey, Massimo, how's it going? Yeah, I'm trying to be the host here. So I got asked the questions, right? Why don't you guys do some work? I mean, I don't know. I'm just bugging you.
And Rick and Luna, which did you think was more boring first period, last night's or this afternoon's game?
This one.
This one for sure. Yeah. At least the pace was a bit quicker in last night's game.
Yeah, a little bit. Well, for one team anyway. I mean, Calgary was doing okay. Montreal just. I mean, it was a boring game, but I mean, Calgary. I thought played a little better than Montreal in the first period.
Hey, Harry.
You know?
Yeah.
Even especially at the end of the first period, because the shots were similar, right? It was 7-5, and there's like 5 minutes left, and boom! All of a sudden, it was 14-5 or 14-6, and it was like a big onslaught by Calgary. So, yeah. Has anybody ripped Drouin apart for no reason yet? Well, I sort of did when he kind of flubbed that.
That last chance there.
I mean, come on. What's it going to take for Drouin to get a goal at this point?
That was a little heartbreaking.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on with him, but Xavier Laflamme is in the house. I mean, that's all there is to it. Let me see what's going on in the room here.
How do you guys feel about Price being back in net?
Well, I'm happy. He looked good. He
I
looked
mean,
good.
He's not he's not facing a whole heck of a lot right now, but the saves he made after that goal have been really good.
Yeah.
Certainly better than putting in just throwing Primo in there. It's because I didn't really want to see that situation either.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if Price wasn't going to be able to start, it was going to be Primo. I doubt they were going to go with Allen for this game. Yeah, not with such a short turnaround. I really doubt it. And then it would have been a 6th game in a row and all that. Yeah, I doubt it. So good that Price was back, and that Primo's not in there. Just want to say hi to Trisha Kringle. Never saw that name in there before. Thanks, Trisha, for being in here. Perry would have gotten it in. Wait a second. Would have gotten it in. That's his specialty. Oh, well, yeah. Well, Drew, I don't know what's with his hands at all. Like, if he's not getting an assist, he's not getting a point, it seems like. Oh, listen, Harry doesn't like me because Harry gave Shamir and Luna some hype, but not me. No, not me. Just bugging Harry.
I'm going to add the Rick hype in there, too.
I'm just bugging Harry. He's supporting you guys. It has nothing to do with me. And not yet, Harry, unless you talk about Drouin's fat paycheck. Well, I mean, that's the reason why everybody's getting on him. If Drouin was making, say, $2.5 million, nobody would really complain, except the fact that, okay, he was traded for Sergachev. Okay, we're eliminating that. But, I mean, salary-wise, he gets a lot of grief because he makes 5.5.
Yeah, same with Carey Price making the 10 mil, right?
So what's that about Carey Price? I'm sorry.
Same with Carey Price making the 10 mil.
Oh, yeah. I think a lot of people would complain about him less if he was making like $6.5 million. Yeah. I think that would be a lot less complaint. It's probably he should have thought that out.
I don't know, man. Like the position he was in at the time, I understand why people are upset about the deal, but if I was him, I would have tried to push for as much money as I possibly could, being that I'm knowing that they're going to work me like a goddamn horse. So I'm like, I want all of the money now.
No, that's a good point. That's a good point. But I mean, and you know what? I don't think he's fazed by any of the.
No.
You know,
Abdullah's much.
No, he doesn't let it bother him. Abdullah also getting angered watching these Habs play of late. Yeah, I think we all are. But I mean, listen, last night's win, you might say not an exciting game and all that, but a win's a win. And when a struggling team is doing just that, struggling, it's good to get a win any way you can. So, but it's true, they've been kind of frustrating lately, that's for sure.
Yeah, I don't know where the disconnect has come from, because they were playing really well together in the first half of the season, and now it's just kind of all over the place.
Harry, but you don't know how much I need. I might need a lot of it. I mean,
well, on that note, I'm going to run for a bit, but I'll be back soon.
No problem, Shamir. In and out.
All right.
You're welcome in. You're welcome out. See you in a bit.
There you go. All right. See you guys.
See ya.
Let's see. This is about my Jofa helmet. Man, my computer's running slow. Jofa helmet for entire period, or Rick sends another telepathic message to the Bell Center. Yeah, it's not third period yet. In the third, I might. Let's put it this way: halfway through.
Overtime thing.
No, I put it on yesterday,
Oh, okay.
halfway through, and just before, not too long before they scored the winning goal. So
Nice. So that was all you then. Good job.
yeah. I decided to do it, and listen, it worked. It gave them luck. I mean, I'm gonna go with that. It didn't.
There
I
you
mean,
go.
I don't know if it did or not, but it worked. Oh, they're just showing the Drew highlight. Yeah, sucky.
That is
Okay, you can answer this too. Would you reverse the Subban Weber trade if you had the choice to go back in time? Subban's deal already expires next year.
no.
It's a tough question.
I love Weber as a person, and he is a really good hockey player, but it seemed like he was creating a pretty bad atmosphere on the team, and it could also have like been a bit of a 50-50 because he is like a superstar and he wants to really like shine, and that's not the atmosphere that I think the coach was trying to make in the locker room. It's like we're a team. We don't have superstars. So there might have been like some disconnect there with him, and at the time I feel like it was a really good idea. Now I don't know.
Well, I'm going to say this. I'm going to say I'm okay with it still because two things. It's not like Subban's lighting it up anywhere, like right now for the last couple of seasons. So you got that. I'm not so convinced Weber's done yet. I think I'm more convinced he's got an injury. So, things aren't great right now, but I don't know that the guy's completely done. So there's that. And, yeah, I get that Subban's contract, at least that's the one positive on that. It would be all over by now. And then, and we're still stuck kind of, if you want to say it that way, with Weber for the next, I think he's still got 6 years left on that deal. Five for sure, and I think there's still 6.
Yeah.
So I get that, but I'm not so sure Weber's done. And Subban, I'm not sure he's done yet either, but that hasn't been proven either. So I'm saying that, I don't know. How's that? I'm kind of iffy on it. I don't know because
I'll give it one of these.
Because you can make a case for it either way. I think you can make a really good case either way. So that's how I am. So I'm wishy-washy. Just call me Charlie Brown. That's all. That's all.
5 years after this year expires summer 2026. Subban expires summer 2026.
Has got another 5? Okay, so I wasn't sure if it was 5 or 6.
After this year, it's 5 years.
Yeah. No, I know that. I mean, the good thing about Weber is if he retires, it's not on Montreal's cap. I mean, that's a Predators problem. And so it's not so bad that way, but the cap hit really is the problem, right? It's just the cap hit. Because I think he's getting paid like $1 million a year, really, actual salary at this point. It was all front loaded, or mostly front loaded. He's not getting a lot of money at this point in actual salary, but the cap hit's the thing that's hard.
The cap is something that I don't quite understand. It's one of those hockey things I don't quite keep in my brain. I've had multiple concussions. I'm dyslexic. I can't keep numbers in my brain.
No, plus it's well known, and don't beat me up on this. It's well known women aren't great with math in general. No,
that's not true.
It's not a sexist thing because obviously there's a lot of women mathematicians. I mean, I know that. But no, I think in general, no, a lot of the women I know say that I can't do math, and they can't.
I can do math.
I'm not saying you can't. I'm not saying you can't.
Millions of numbers in my brain all the time.
Okay, I just want to say, I did say don't beat me up on it. The sexist side of me just said that. I mean, what can I say? No, but it's true. I find that's true. That's in my life's experience.
Okay,
but I'm not saying women can't do math, obviously, but I'm just saying in a generalized term. That's all.
No.
It's always been my experience. And you know what, though? I'm older, and it's not. But back in my day, if you wanted to advance in school and all that, women didn't really take mathematics. They were pushed to different things. So
By who?
yeah. Well, not by me though, but I'm saying so I grew up in that environment. So it was kind of more true, yeah, when I was growing up, less true now. So, and it's not I'm not criticizing, I'm not putting women down. It's just I'm saying that it is how it was.
But you got to think about it like this though. Less women took math because they were encouraged to take other subjects. Who encouraged them to take other subjects? And were they taking other subjects just because they weren't good at math, or is it because someone told them they weren't good at math?
Ah, yeah, that's a really good point. Well, and then it becomes, if you tell people something long enough, it kind of becomes that way until you give them the opportunities, right?
Yeah.
Which weren't happening really believe me, growing up, it was a different world, man. It was a different world. The shit I grew up around and seeing and doing, it's not acceptable today. It wouldn't have the shows I watch today. There's no way back then. Most of those would not be on TV today. There's no way.
I mean, you can even just go back 10 years.
It's true. So go back 40 and 50. And yeah, I watch sometimes those old shows and I say it all the time. Like, I can't believe the stuff they put on TV that no way that would be on today.
Here's a hockey related question.
Yeah.
Concerning this. How would you feel about women refs in the game?
No, I have no problem with that. Why should anybody have a problem with that?
The main reason I've heard is that because they feel like women wouldn't be able to break up scrums.
Okay, so you wouldn't have a crew of all women then, maybe. Or, hey, there's some big girls out there that are strong and in shape, and I'm sorry, that's just not really true, right?
As I've said before, I am also 5'8", and I have 10 pounds on Cole Caufield.
Well, there you go, right? So, yeah, so, yeah. I mean, no, I'd have no problem with that. I mean, I think it's inevitable anyway. Women are starting to break into in baseball. There's the
NBA in baseball.
Yeah.
NFL as well, I believe.
Yeah, I think so. NFL as well. So how much longer till there's women refs? I mean, that's,
Heck, I'd love to see it.
I just think it's just a natural progression. It's going to happen. It has to. I wonder, there must be some women refs in the more minor leagues?
Oh, probably.
There must be.
Yeah. Obviously,
in the women's leagues, there must be, right? So they're basically shifting some through to the men's leagues. That's all that it would take. So yeah, there's going to be. We're just we're hockey players. We're behind the times. Stuck in the 50s. What do I think about Habs against the Maple Leafs? Well, that's everyone knows what I think about that. Hey, wait, John, but you got to quote John. If you put your fingers in your ears, you won't hear what I say. No, I'd love to see as far as the playoffs series. I'd love to see it. Steven says, Dan, action. No way. 1977, Habs only lost 8. What's that about? Oh, yeah. Steven, you're right. Sorry, I got sidetracked.
Yeah, no, I'm excited to see a playoff series against the Habs.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about. Yeah, me too. I mean, it's been so long. Like, I feel like I have never seen one. It's been so long. So
yeah, I've literally never seen one, and considering how well the Leafs have been playing all year, it makes me a little bit nervous. But also, we know the Leafs have a tendency to choke in the playoffs. So,
but John's here. Don't say that. John, did you put your fingers in your ears? John, he just said he welcomes respectful shit talk. So that's okay.
Talking is always respectful, sir.
Yes, and that is respectful shit talk because it's when you know what this is the way I say it. When you are saying the truth, that's fine, right? And that was the truth. At least until they prove that they can win one, they're gonna get I'm just trying to be nice because John's in the room. I've been known to say a little worse, but always in a respectful way because it's never disrespectful at the fans. Let's put it that way.
Yes.
But I think John's been hung out here enough. He knows I don't really like the team that he cheers for. very much. So, and he's a lot nicer to the team I cheer for than I am to his team. So, I got to give him that. But that's because I grew up in an era that was, oh boy, we hated Toronto.
Yeah.
Mm.
Now it's interesting that like even in Toronto, a lot of people don't care for the Leafs.
It surprises me how many Toronto Habs fans like show up here. So yeah, it does surprise me that there's more than I guess I thought.
It's the way my father raised me.
I think we've got the period going. No, it's not. It's still highlights. Hi. So what do you think? How do you think they come out here in the next period?
I'm hoping they wake up a bit and come out really strong with this this power kill that they got to do. Maybe score a shorty. I'm just gonna put it out there into the universe.
Yeah, I'm not as well. I'm hopeful, but I don't. I mean, I can't see it. I think as the game goes on, I can't see them getting stronger.
I am forever optimistic and will always put it out there.
I usually am, but I'm just trying to be realistic. I hope they do, but I don't see it. But let's hope for the best.
All right, I got this.
Yep. All right. See you next one. All right, so I'm gonna be all alone again. Oh yeah, we're facing off, so that's okay. Shamir will pop in when he can. I don't know. I mean, John, if you want to come in here, I can send you a link if you'd like. I don't know what kind of time you have or anything like that. I don't want to put the pressure on you to say that. Hey, but anyway, we got the game going. I'm capable of handling this by myself. $56 people in the room. Anybody tell me how many? Should I do a thumbs up call? If you're in the room and you haven't given a thumbs up and you're having a good time, please give a thumbs up. It helps to kick off that algorithm and get more people into the room. I'm not sure where we're at, so we're always trying to hit 100. That's for sure. So don't know that I'll get there today, but so the power play is a minute 10 second left on 10 second. Okay, 10 seconds left on the Ottawa power play, but of course there's less time than that now. It's a minute left on the power play. Minute into the period, and it's a 1-0 game, and they don't have the shots up. Carey, I find not very busy, but playing well when he has had shots. Awesome, John. Just give me a sec. I am going to send you. Wait, I'm going to do this first. It's a process first. I didn't open up my email. I wish I had music I could play while I do stuff like this. My computer is slow today. I don't know why. Oh, Randy, sorry, I missed your first intermission one. Sorry, I wasn't having anybody on first intermission. So there's that. Whoop. It has been sent. So I imagine in a minute or so, very shortly, we'll have John joining us here on the broadcast today. I feel like not Danny Galvin. I feel like Dick Irvin because my name's Rick, right? So it's close enough, right? Left to right on your radio dial. Yeah, John, I sent you the link. So does that mean that's a penalty for Ottawa? We're going on the power play? Ah, I see. We're going on the power play. I don't know if that's good or bad exactly. So we were 17-20 left in this second period. 5-3 still are the shots. 1:40 left on Montreal's power play. And I wonder if we can crack 15 total shots today. What do you think, guys? We're going to get 15 total shots in the game? Over, under. No worries, John. Whenever you're ready, buddy, I'll see you in the green room. A minute left in this power play. We got a shot. We got ourselves a shot, ladies and gentlemen. Montreal Canadiens have a shot. We have another shot, ladies and gentlemen. At this breakneck speed, we may hit over 15 shots for this game. Steve Urkel was the masked cameo. Steve Urkel was actually a character, though. Massimo Carey, they never really announced what happened. It was a nagging injury that got worse. Whoa! Another shot. We're ahead 6-5. Oh my God. My neck's hurting. It's going so fast. I can't keep up. Jaleel White. That's his name. It's okay. I couldn't remember his name either. Come on, boys. With all those shots now, you should be able to score a goal, but not on this power play because this power play is dead. It's been killed off. Saved by Price. Come on, boys. That's it. That's it. Ah, that offside? No. That's it. Get set up. Set something up. That's it. Move the puck around. Ooh. Boy, they love to fire a puck through traffic. My co-host earlier was we had Shamir and we had Luna. Luna and Shamir, you'll see them in the room. They're both mods. And very shortly, we're going to have John from Hot Take Hockey. We're going to have the enemy on, a Leafs fan. John's a great guy. Besides, you all know him. Come on, guys. Get the puck out of your zone. Do something. Make a play. It's the Ottawa Senators, man. Maybe they don't know it's Ottawa. Maybe they think they're playing like a better team. Well, you'd think, the uniforms would tell them. We're here for Positivity Day, not Negativity Day. Jeff is busy. Yes, his daughter actually is playing hockey right now. So he's at his daughter's hockey game, which is a much better place than this right now for him. Family first. Always family first. So he said it's a possibility he'll be on end of the third period. Possibility. He's got the link if he gets home in time and he can do it, but it's early for him to be on. So I don't expect to see Jeff in this game. But we're going to have ourselves a good guest here. John from Hot Take. He's going to be a good guest. If you don't know John, you're going to be sad. You're going to satisfy. You're going to be happy. That's the better way to put it. You're going to be happy. John's a good guest, and he's a great guy. If you don't know him, go over to Hot Take Hockey. Check out his channel. If you like watching live streams of games, boy, he delivers a lot of them. I do only one, Habs. He does all different kinds of games. He's an NHL channel. We need Tony Robbins as a guest. No, I don't need Tony Robbins. Like to blow smoke up my ass. He could always be on it remotely using a cell phone. Who's that? Not sure. Mete and KK getting close on the ice. Minty. It's probably as he skates by. Minty. Maybe Tony Robbins as their coach to what? To blow smoke up their asses. Really? Tell them things they already know. All right, everybody, we got a guest in the room. Introducing
Rick.
John from Hot Take. Hey, John, thanks for being here. I really appreciate this.
Hey, of course, man. Well, firstly, I'm appreciative of you having me on, and I love hockey, so I just love chatting about it.
Excuse me. I should have muted that, but yeah. And it's always good to have, the competition, the Leafs fans in the room. That's going to be interesting. It's kind of setting up, for first round matchup, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's locking up right now, but I'm having this weird feeling that things are still going to change because I'm just looking at Winnipeg, only 3 points back at Toronto right now. Edmonton's right there. So I wonder, Rick, if it still changes. But obviously, I mean, we've been waiting a long time for the Toronto-Montreal matchup. So we'll see what happens this year. Yeah,
I'm hoping it's not one of those things, we're waiting for it for so long. Oh, it's going to happen. Oh, it's not going to happen. You know what I mean?
Well, I've been saying to people, and I mean, I don't want this to stress out Habs fans, but the last 4 games they have the potential of mattering. 2 against Toronto from Montreal, 2 against Edmonton. So those could matter in terms of seeding right at the end.
Oh, 100%. And I've been saying this, it's the schedule from hell at the end. The last 2 games are back to back. At least they've got a day now in between the 2 Toronto games, which were going to be back to back to end the season. So that's switched up. But
and then everything got switched up.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I think you're right. I think things could be on the line those last 4 games. And
I'm excited. And I know all the jokes are I'm the Leaf fan, but I mean, Rick, you know me and a lot of people that watch, hockey's my sport. So it's just at the end of the day, I'm here. I've been studying a bit, doing different stuff here, but at the end of the day, I got hockey rolling all day. So this is my sport. And I was watching the Pens game for a bit, but I've had this game on since it started.
You're a better man than me that way. I've seen in my whole hockey, for me, I'm a Habs fan. I don't tend to watch a lot of other hockey, but in the return to play last year, I watched a lot of different games, and I enjoyed that. But I find this year I don't really have time. I don't know how the hell you do it. I'm really glad I'm a 1-team channel because I don't think I could do the amount of work you got to do the NHL like that.
Yeah, it's a lot for sure. But you know what? I love it. And I'm almost wrapping up with school here, so it's going to be worth it.
Yeah, so you're done completely onto the career and all that?
On Monday, it's my last exam, Monday morning, and then I'm done. So
party time, right?
Yeah, I mean, hey, if things weren't so shit in Ontario right now, I'd be partnering it up. But but no, it's it sucks. But how about this game though? I mean, at least Montreal's woken up a bit. I'll say a bit.
Yeah, they got 5 shots. Wow.
Yeah, 8-6 for Montreal.
So I asked if over under 15 shots total for the game. I guess we're going over, which I thought they were, but it was a joke. But this is the weirdest 6-8. That's the shots on goal halfway through the game. It's insane. Someone put up, it's like watching a ECHL game.
Also, what was last night's game? That game actually, like I did a stream for it. That pissed me off yesterday, to be honest. Like Rick, just the whole pace of the game, like
boring.
It sucked.
It was a boring game.
But I mean, it kind of went back to the start of the year. I mean, Tyler Toffoli has been such a huge signing for you guys.
Yeah, no, I'm glad he got it. Not off the schneid, but he was kind of stuck at the 19 goals there for a few games. So I'm glad he kind of picked up. I was hoping he wasn't going to just totally fall off the cliff, you know?
And I mean, Suzuki had a better game yesterday because I've been frustrated with him because I enjoy his play. Well, I enjoy his style a lot. His play has not been up to par, but he's young. He's obviously super young. So
that was a really nice pass to set up Toffoli's first goal. That was a really nice pass there.
Big time.
Yeah. So, I like to see at least he's got the flashes still there of that kind of play. And second-year player, he's hit a bit of a sophomore slump. In the end, it's too bad. Oh, come on, guys, get a goal. I mean, it's Ottawa. You think maybe they don't realize this is Ottawa and they think it's a team from Ontario? It must be Toronto, and that's what's going on.
Well, I will say Toronto's had their struggles against Ottawa, but I think the weird thing about Montreal, I've watched almost every game of Montreal Ottawa this year, and I would say it's a little bit of both of Montreal playing down to the level of Ottawa. But also, Montreal, the way they play, I don't think they fit like against Ottawa well. Like, they're both very because like both of them, like I've said about Montreal, and I think you can agree, Rick. Like they don't have those superstar, they don't have that top-notch player. So at the end of the day, like Toronto will have the struggles against Ottawa, but sometimes like they'll have a guy or two, Matthews or Martin or whatever, carry. But for Ottawa, they're so like counterattack as well. They're kind of similar like to Montreal like that. Obviously, Montreal's a more skilled team. But so it just ends up being kind of like that stagnant, like neutral zone kind of game because both teams don't want to carry possession in the offensive zone for a while. So,
and I see also, I always think of partially that it's like Brady Tkachuk's got his team going, you didn't want to pick me? Look what we can do to you.
Fair enough. Yeah, good point.
That's how I always get that feeling. But listen, the Leafs aren't. I mean, they're going to lose some games. I mean, they're going to.
Oh yeah, you have Leaf fans panicking. Rick, I wasn't panicking. Like panic. I don't even use the word panic right now. Like, am I frustrated for a loss? Sure, and that's why I tell you, we know Leaf and Habs fans are similar that way. Like unreasonable. Yeah. If you lose a couple of games, like burn it all down. It's over. It's done. So I mean, we know how it is.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That old Steve Shutt saying, and I say it a lot, but I forget who asked him the question. What's it like playing in Montreal? And he said, it's great in Montreal. They love you, win or tie.
Yeah, no, that's how it is. You're winning, they love you.
Yeah, or tie. Back in the day, you were tie. You had tie games.
The ties, but
it's the same thing in Toronto. There's no difference as far as we're the two worst fan bases, I think, that way, probably in the league. Although I'm sure there's others that are bad, but.
Yeah, Rick. I mean, our two fan bases turn on players, coaches like so quickly. Like for me, I'll give credit to myself because I'm pretty consistent. I don't flip flop the way other fans do. But I mean, you'll look at it right now. Like at the start of the year, Rick, how big of a percentage of Habs fans were saying Bergevin potentially for GM of the year?
Yes, of course.
How much has that flipped since then?
Well, I'll tell you this: in every single game. As soon as there's a goal against Montreal, somebody usually in the room screams out, "Fire the GM!" That's how quick it turns. And then when Montreal scores, we love everybody. But I mean, it's the same thing in Toronto, right? It's the
same thing in Toronto. Same thing.
It hitches on every freaking goal.
Yeah.
And I've watched your live streams. You get frustrated by it, like I do when you see that, right?
Yeah.
That bandwagon jumping.
I mean, do I get fired up on players? 100%. But there's a difference between criticizing a player's like individual play and going, get that guy out of here. Bye-bye, Dubas. Bye-bye, Bergevin. Bye-bye, everyone.
Yeah, fire everyone, trade everyone. Then what do we got? We don't have a team. The one game, it was literally trade half the team, fire all the management. Like, okay, but then who's playing?
The only time, Rick, I said to start shipping off players was after the Columbus series.
In
the summer.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, Yeah, I mean, listen, I'd have been upset if I were you guys for sure.
Yeah.
And, yeah. Hey, listen, even in your rant in the car there during the season, you didn't say fire. I don't think you said fire and trade everybody.
No, I was just really pissed off.
Yeah,
But yeah.
I've come close a couple of times here, but I try to keep my cool because I'm sometimes the only one that keeps my cool. Well, no, there's people that do. Should put
I'm trying not. I don't want to. Well, no goal happened, but I don't want to spoil it for you because I know. I think I'm a little bit ahead of you. I'm at 7-10 right now.
Yeah, you're half a minute ahead of me.
Okay. Yeah. So I will. If a goal happens, I can hold the reaction, Rick.
I'm used to it. Don't worry about it. No, seriously, don't worry about it. It happens all the time. You get used to it after a while.
But
It's not a problem.
Yeah, man, it's like for both teams, it's like a play starts and it gets shut down.
Yeah, there's no fluidity. There's no it's not flowing very well for their offenses. Can't get passes through. It looks like two lunch pail teams going at each other. I didn't see the that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, I didn't want to spoil it for you.
It's okay. No, listen, you know what? No, because I watch online. I'm usually the one that's far behind everybody. So
yeah,
it happens all the time. Damn it.
Honestly, Rick, Danault's a good two-way. I don't know what Danault's doing there.
I'm going to see the replay to see what the hell is going on. The hell? He just they left Batherson open like that.
But that's big on Paul Byron's giveaway. That was a horrible giveaway by Paul Byron. I don't know what that giveaway is. So, I mean, I'll give the big blame for Byron there, but I don't know like what position that's. Danault's expecting like some kind of crazy saucer pass across the offensive zone out of position. But that Byron giveaway, what the heck is that?
Wow, that's not good. The way they're playing, I mean, how do they come back from 2-0 at this point?
House fans in the chat, are you guys done with Byron, man? Like, I swear, I give credit to this guy one game, and the next game he just shits the bed again. This is like the start of the season when he changed in overtime.
He hasn't been the same since that fight against Mackenzie Weegar. He hasn't been the same.
Dominic Ducharme loves them, though. He throws them out in overtime. I think both coaches liked Byron.
Well, because he's got a good defensive game, but I mean, in overtime, I don't know that defense is a big part of your game exactly with 3-on-3.
And Rick, this takes me back. Toronto's the same thing. This takes me back to the accountability thing. How can Paul Byron have that kind of giveaway and you're putting him back on the ice right away? This goes back, like, I don't know how you feel about it. This accountability shit from some of the coaches in the league. Like, I like the balance and I get how the game's changed, but I'm sorry. If that's Tortorella, that guy's not seeing the ice for 10 minutes.
Yeah, and that's how it was when I was younger. I mean, if you screwed up like that, they sat you for a few shifts. And you're right. He's
back on the ice. The same thing happened, like you saw the Marner giveaway. It's like, buddy's right back on the ice on the power play. Messages need to be sent on, like, if you want to be a successful Stanley Cup contender, you can't just think that those plays are no big deal, because it comes down to a Game 6, Game 7 in the Stanley Cup playoffs, and you make a giveaway like that.
Oh, yeah, game over.
So, I don't know.
No, I agree with you. It's a good point. That you don't see that a lot. You don't see you don't see any emotion behind the bench from him.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think the tempered reaction, like, it's fine, but like I think you gotta show some kind of pushback. As a coach, like, I get we're all human, they're all human beings as well, but some kind of reaction, not just sitting there all shocked.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was mentioning the old Nordiques coach there, Michel. What's his name? Bergeron. He used to get fired up. Don Cherry in his day used to get fired up.
Well, man, there's still guys like that. I mean, Torts is there. I still see Tross get fired up sometimes.
And look at their team. Well, okay, not for Torts, but I mean,
well, Torts only has so much to work with. The fact that he was actually getting those Columbus teams, I mean, swept Tampa, they got them to the second round.
Yeah, no, that's very true. Very true.
And
But
it's not like Columbus had so much to work with. They didn't have stars.
No, they traded half of them away this year too. So I don't know what. I guess they're going through a rebuild or something.
Yeah.
I imagine. What do you think? Line gets traded in the offseason?
It's Line or Torts. I think Torts is gone. His contract expires this year, so.
Okay, good.
Just don't even have to re-sign him.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I mean, it's either that. If they bring him back, then Line is not going to be happy.
That may explain some of his attitude this year. He's not coming back. He doesn't really care. He's doing what he wants. Yeah, that explains them. I didn't know that his contract was up. Oh, come on. No, nothing. 4 minutes left in this period. 10-11 are the shot. 12 now. 10-12. Wow.
Peter goes, is Torts bilingual? I think he's not, but I mean, hey, maybe bring Torts to Montreal if it doesn't work out with Ducharme.
It's not happening, though. He doesn't speak French.
Is that so that's an unspoken thing, Rick, still?
Yeah, yeah. Ever since I want to say 84, Bob Berry was the last coach here.
Does that bug you?
100%. Now, listen, I've heard some points like there are French coaches that win the cup 100%. But when you're limited at the time you need a coach.
Yeah, see, I don't like it that. Like, I get it. I'm in no position. I'm not a fan of the team, but I'm just saying, like, in just an overall perspective, I look at that and go, what's more important to you? Like, respecting, like, there's translators and there's ways of communicating a different way. Like, what matters to you more, that or just winning a Stanley Cup?
But I mean, look, we're still having the French-English fight here in Quebec, so it doesn't surprise. But yeah, it's the dumbest thing, and it's just an unwritten rule. Obviously, there's no. How can there be a rule? And the funny thing is that this team was never the name the Flying Frenchman. That was just a marketing gimmick. They were never a French-dominated team. That was not a thing. And the separatists basically latched onto it. And that's when it happened. It started basically when the separatist movement started. A little after they stopped allowing French coaches, non-French coaches or GMs.
And I will say this. I mean, this is just my opinion. I think a lot of the blame is on Bergevin at this point. I think a lot of Habs fans are on the boat of, okay, if the Habs either miss the playoffs or if they get booted the first round or something, that Bergevin's gone. Yeah. I mean, hey, I've been someone that's given a lot of credit to Bergevin. I don't think you can look at any specific move that Bergevin's done. Maybe he hasn't done enough. You can make that argument, but I don't think there's any specific moves you could look at Bergevin that he made a poor move. Like, is there many over the last 5 years?
No. The only thing that you could really say is that he hasn't brought us that big player. And that's really what we're missing here. We're missing that big, consistent star player. I mean, you guys in Toronto have got a few of them, and we don't have that consistent guy. And, he always says, this is a point Jeff always says to me. He always says, Bergevin, that they're not available. And there were two at least this year that were. And he didn't go after them. Although we don't know, right? We don't know what goes on.
I will say this. I do have the expectation, and Habs fans, you should be excited about a potential. I think the Caufield-Suzuki potential of a duo is going to be, like, top-notch. I think Suzuki's, I think he has a lot of growth for developing that. Like, I called it the Walmart version of Bergeron because I don't know if he'll ever become a Bergeron, but, like, that Walmart version of Bergeron, and I think Caufield can score 25 to 30 goals at this level, so I think that duo could be something in Montreal.
I kind of see him playing more with KK, the passer.
I mean, it could work.
I mean, either one, right?
Yeah, either one. Whatever works at the end of the day.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I just think those are going to be the top two players on this team is what I think going forward.
Yeah, I tend to think so too. I mean, I've been behind Suzuki since not when we traded for him, but not long after when I discovered him and saw what kind of player I've been he's my favorite player right now on the team.
Yeah, KK will be the second line center, in my opinion. Yeah, I think at this point, Habs fans should be happy with that. If he's a solid number two behind Suzuki. That's what they need, right?
Yeah, I've seen the comparison for KK with Bobby Smith. I don't know that you would know Bobby Smith that well, but
No, I know of him. Yeah, I
it's
obviously I didn't watch him, so but
it's a good comparison. That tall, lanky passer. Like I think it's actually a good comparison. If he can turn out like Bobby Smith, he's going to be a good one.
see, Joseph says KK number 1 center. I just don't see it, guys. I mean, I think at this point, yes, he got drafted 3rd overall. Was it a mistake? Yes, but at this point, I think putting that expectation on him is just, it's, I don't know. I think it's misplaced a little bit.
I think he could end up there, but I have been saying that I think it's Suzuki is the number 1. I think Suzuki ends up being our star player.
I mean, yeah, in terms of lines, like lines are one thing. He could end up there. It doesn't mean that, like, if you look around the league, he's a number 1 centerman. He just might end up there because of chemistry wise. Like if he was on a line with Caufield and someone else, for example.
Right. That makes sense. Yeah. Yep. Either way, though, I mean, we got 2 really good young centermen there.
Sorry, Rick. I don't mean to distract you from the game. I mean, I was watching at the same time as talking there. Montreal, I don't know what they were doing on that power play.
No, don't worry. You're not distracting me. I always, that's one of my big problems in doing these live casts is I don't watch a lot of the games because of it, but I have fun. That's the main thing. And some games more than others, but yeah, no, don't worry about that.
But just watch. I was watching at the same time. The Leafs are struggling on the power play too right now. But Montreal, man, it's been a problem for the last month, right?
Yeah, I don't know what's up with the power play. The power play has been. I think they only have 2 goals in their last 10 games on the power play. So it's been really sucky after going through a really good period right after Ducharme and what's his name again? It came in. Just blanked on his name. So yeah, they're kind of they've reverted back kind of to the old power play. I don't know why. I really don't get why. So I think that's one place that Caufield's going to make a
big time
when he gets
that's a specialty for him.
Okay, let me ask you this. When do you think we'll see Caufield in a Habs uniform? Your opinion?
Well, cap is obviously an issue in that.
Yeah, I mean, considering all that. I mean, look, if someone gets injured, they can call him up.
Well, I could injury, and he gets called up, I think he does. But I'll say this. I mean, Rick, obviously you recall this. I think there was a certain run that Montreal went through where they called up a certain rookie defenseman into the playoffs. If you know who I'm talking about.
How far back now?
Only 6 years ago. No, what am I saying? Not 6. Sorry, add more years onto that. How many years was it?
You're talking about
yeah,
PK.
Not more than 6. Not 6 years ago. What am I saying? What year is that?
2012?
2008, 9, 10? When was PK rookie? Why did I say 6? I didn't mean 6 years ago, but I'm trying to think of what year
sure. It was. You're right. I'm not sure. He was drafted same year as Price, if I'm correct, right? So he was a rookie something or 2008 or 9?
Sorry, yeah, it was the 2010 playoffs.
Yeah, that good run.
So 11 years ago.
That good run with Halak, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, but I was also referring to the the 14 run?
Yeah, the Chris Kreider banging into
here,
yeah.
I was just confusing the years, but obviously Montreal made the 2014 run. I guess 6-7 years ago, yeah. But
yeah, oh, I see. Okay, yeah.
I was just confusing. Right when that came off my tongue, Rick, I was like, wait, no, Subban, not 6 years ago. It's not 6 years ago. But yeah, so Montreal obviously made the run 6-7 years ago in 2014. But then when I refer to Price, when people ask me when Price is prime, as I go 2014, 2015 Price, that was the top-notch Price.
Oh yeah. And he won everything. He was a world-class goalie then.
Yeah, but yes, 2010 when. So that's to answer your question. We're getting to the thick of it here. So 2010, you brought. I think it was he played 2 games with Montreal at the end of the season, and then went to the playoffs and was looking pretty good. So I think that's what we'll see from Caufield. I think he might get a game or 2 if there's an injury or something. I think we'll see him in the playoffs. I would be shocked if we don't. Especially when
there's going to be. I'm pretty sure there's going to be no AHL playoffs. So, there's.
Yeah, I couldn't see a scenario where Montreal goes, especially if this was the perspective for me. Montreal didn't make a big move at the deadline, and I think the mindset was Montreal was struggling kind of leading up to the deadline. So Bergevin's mindset was why am I going to make a big move, a desperation move to give up assets for a team I'm unsure of right now. And that was kind of the Leafs last year. The Zamboni driver lost, so Dubas is like, I'm not making big moves for this team. Why would I, right?
Right, yeah.
So that's Bergevin's mindset here. But you have a guy waiting in the wings. And while that's not a desperation move because you haven't made it desperate, but you're kind of given the steps. You sent the guy to the AHL. He's now in the taxi squad watching the games. And trust me, Caufield's watching and knows what's going on here.
Yeah, of course.
And we're not too far away from the end of the season in the playoffs. So I think that's what's going to happen. I'd be shocked if it doesn't.
Yeah, I kind of think so too. The last either the last 4 games or the last 2 against Edmonton, just to at least they can have a good look at him before they make any kind of he's going to help us or he's not going to help us. They got to look at him in a game and not throw him into the playoffs as his first game. That would be kind of
if they can get him into a game or 2, that would be ideal for sure.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I kind of agree with you there, and a lot of the talk stuff I've been reading, kind of at the end of the season. And listen, honestly, too, if he doesn't show up till next season, it's not going to be bad for him.
No,
not to be thrown into this year, but I think he will get thrown into it at some point because that power play. I can't see it getting better all of a sudden where, and he's going to help that power play.
Yeah. So. Well, I'll say this. And if I'm, like I said, you know how I am, Rick, just to spit how I think I put like biases aside. I think Montreal could match up against some of these teams in the playoffs in the Canadian division. I just think personally for a team like Montreal, the way I've been watching, I don't think, and I'll say the same thing I think for a lot of these Canadian teams, I don't think they touch some of those other teams in the other divisions. Like I think if like Montreal or I'll even say Toronto, but yeah, Montreal, Edmonton, like I think if some of these teams were to squeak through out of the Canadian division, I think Colorado, Tampa, like some of these teams run over them. So I think Montreal could do something. I just, I think, for Bergevin, he's going to have that mindset. Do I want to put Caufield in? Do I want to rush him? So those are going to be the questions that are asked, of course.
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. But I don't know. I think he must be hearing, like the fans were kind of the words out. We're expecting him today. I was expecting
who, Caufield?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I might have zoned out there for a second because I was
no worries.
And we were still talking about Caufield, no?
Yeah, we were talking about Caufield.
Yeah. So the fans, like if you were on Twitter, man, were they expecting him today? I hope they don't get forced into putting him on because of the fans. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know, man. I think a guy like Caufield, it seems like he has that confidence. But yeah, I mean, I know you talked about it in your live stream one time. The worst thing that would possibly happen would be Caufield come into a couple of games or come into the playoffs and shit goes sideways and that bubble just gets burst, like his confidence just goes sideways. So that would be the worst thing for a guy like Caufield. Yeah. But at the same time, if you do shelter him, and that's where I think a guy like Caufield, if you brought him in the lineup, who's saying this guy has to come in and play 20 minutes or 18 minutes? Like maybe bring him into a game, play 10 minutes, time on the power play in sheltered minutes.
Yep.
I don't think there's a problem with that.
Chris Nyland was saying yesterday, Jeff was telling me this, that he sees him being on the 4th line to start, but with on the first power play unit. So you're kind of easing him in for a game or two with not heavy minutes, but you got him on the power play.
Yeah, it obviously depends what kind of 4th line,
with
it depends. It depends what kind of role the 4th line is playing. But yeah, right, I think in terms of minutes, yes, down in the lineup.
Going to bring somebody else in here. I think you know this guy. Harry, how's it going, buddy?
I do know this guy. What's up?
Hey, Rick, how's it going?
Very good, very good. Don't forget John.
Yeah, Harry, can you see me? Hello.
Hey, John. I can see you, man. I mean, you're sipping
up,
your.
bud?
Oh, there you go. I think we're delayed a little bit.
No worries.
Yeah, I think Harry's usually got a couple of seconds up to sometimes longer. Hey, John, I gotta say, you being here got 75 people in the room. Wow, that's a little higher than I normally get.
I know. A couple people said that I was in the stream, so maybe they dropped the link of the Discord or something. But I'm glad, man. Like I said, I love supporting your channel.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that, and I try to do for you as well if I can.
No stress on yourself. You don't have to. No worries.
No. Listen, it's about support. It's important to me. It's important.
Hey, thank you.
So we also got Luna in the room.
Okay.
So we got
You got Luna?
a little panel here going on.
Little
Okay.
intermission panel.
So we'll start with John. What do we see third period coming out? Montreal dead legs, or they get some jump?
I mean, I don't think it can be worse than. Well, the first period was the worst, obviously. I think the second period was better. My problem is like, as I kind of said, it feels like, especially for a lot of Montreal, a lot of what they're starting is just, it's not materializing into anything, right? Yeah. It's kind of going through the motions. You get into the offensive zone, maybe one little cycle, a perimeter shot, boom, it's over. Ottawa goes back the other way. So, I mean, obviously as a coach for Ducharme, you can do all the juggling for the lines you want, but if guys are just not moving, guys are not moving. So, obviously yesterday I thought Suzuki and Toffoli had a good game. I wonder if you do, like, because Perry right now is he on that line, or he's on the third line right now, right?
Fourth line with Stahl and Lehkonen.
So I wonder if you put Perry up there, man. Like, I just think at times, have we not seen Perry? I wouldn't say the best player on this team, but at times he's shown that he's the only guy doing something around the net, right? Yeah. So I wonder if in this third period, you're only down by 2, you're against Ottawa. I've seen teams, especially like Montreal, come back late against the Sens. So I think you try to get something going, get Perry a few shifts with Suzuki and Toffoli, and just obviously you need a guy like Josh Anderson also. Like, drive the net, get a shitty goal, make this a 2-1 game, and then obviously anything can happen.
Yeah, a shitty goal would be great right now. Harry, what do you think?
Let's see if we're lagged. Personally, I want to say I kind of agree with John. I think we could see Perry a lot in the third period. I think we're going to see a lot of the Danault line. I think Byron's really pissed off. Apologize for the language. He's really, really mad after the turnover that caused that second goal. And I think he's going to want to redeem himself. I could see Byron maybe getting a goal, maybe getting an assist. I know it's extreme to say Byron's going to get any points, but I could see that line going out there a lot. I could see Perry's line, like John said, I could see Perry out there a lot. Given Ducharme likes to switch up the lines, I wouldn't be surprised if you see maybe Perry, Tatar, and Byron on the line. Suzuki, I think if you want to get him going tonight, I think maybe you want to put him on the line with both Toffoli and Anderson. You want to give him 2 playmakers. You put Duran, Kotkaniemi, and maybe Armia together. I think if you want to get a few goals, if you want to hope to even tie this thing, you need to start putting your goal scorers together. And Toffoli and Anderson would be perfect together with Suzuki. Defensively, hope for the best at this point. In my opinion, after Edmondson took that puck to the face that caused the first goal pretty much, I think he hasn't really looked like himself. I'm very surprised they didn't put him into protocol into the concussion protocol, because while it didn't hit him too hard, still, if realistically, if the NHL cares about safety, they would have put him in the concussion protocol. I wouldn't play Edmondson too much. I'd maybe put Kulak back with Petrie just to get something going there, just to have more defensive-minded style of play. We played great in that second period, in my opinion, just not when the Senators got the puck. The Senators grabbed the puck. They had some decent chances, but basically I would want to see a bit more of a defensive-minded game. Edmondson playing less, Weber obviously playing less. Right. Pretty much just go out there and get 20 shots if you can. Just hope for 20 shots in the game.
Okay, I'm hearing. Is it my cat or something that's making that noise?
Yeah, it sounds like, is it your cat or dog or someone's
dog? Is it? She seems okay, but I hear that. Okay. Anyways, she's gone. Luna, tough acts to follow. What do you think?
Oh, no. No, I agree with moving Perry up and giving him some more minutes. Like, he's kind of taking that role of shit disturber in the last few games from since we've been missing Galley. So I'd like to see more of him. And obviously, like, the last 2 periods can't get any worse, or I guess they can. But they held the offensive zone a lot better in this period, even though a lot of it didn't really come to fruition. They had a lot of chances, which I think is something to build on. So hopefully they do.
Sounds good. I'm not even going to try to give my opinion. I agree with you guys. Okay. I'm at a loss.
Well, Luca was saying that I guess TSN was saying there's a lot of positive things to build on for the Habs there. Are we watching the same? Well, I think, you know what? I don't know if the Habs have a lot of positive to build on from the overall game, but I guess towards the end of the second, I mean, I don't know, a power play, they were at least moving the puck a little bit better, but I don't know. That power play was just pretty useless. Like I said, a lot of perimeter stuff. I'm not seeing anything around. Like, I'm not seeing anything that's around the net that's getting us out of our seat, you know? Something that's like even like something close. Oh, the pup's wild, and there you
go. She's a good girl. I know she's got something. What'd you eat? You eat something you shouldn't have eaten?
I wasn't on the power play, but Suzuki had two chances in a row there, like right in front of the net. So that was
Suzuki was looking good towards the end of the second period there. I mean, I thought, as I said, I thought Suzuki and obviously Toffoli scored the 2 goals, but I thought Suzuki and Toffoli in general played a good game yesterday. It was probably there was probably only like a handful of Habs that I thought had a decent game yesterday, and they were 2 of them. So
yeah, I think it was that line, and Anderson's always
Josh Anderson is always just rolling, right?
Yeah.
Big boy Andy.
So I think yesterday it wasn't great for most of the team.
I mean, hey, Kachuk missed like 4 open nets, so there you go.
Yeah, the post really saved us.
It's true. 2 different Kachucks. 2 Kachucks, 2 days.
Yeah. That was insane yesterday. The Flames hit like the bar like 4 or 5 times yesterday. That was insane.
Yeah. Well, I made the post the second star.
Yeah.
Well, I did. And my was the first star.
Oh man, the one where Kachuk was cutting in, Rick, and I'm like, I watched that back. I was like, Jake Allen is spending some quality time with that post later in the game.
Oh yeah, he's taking the net out for dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there's been a lot of posts hit. But you know what I said in my video? I said, it kind of means that the goalie was actually in the right spot. I mean, that's what he's giving you. You can't get it around him. You're hitting the post, right? I mean, not for every post that's hit, but a lot of that. Am I wrong on that? That the goalie's kind of
right.
Yeah. No, they only have one place to go, and it's the post. So
he's out. He's challenging, and you don't have much to see.
No, you're right. On the straight shot, that's why the only one I was referencing was the Kachuk one where he actually cut in front, because that one he legit had an open net.
He had a huge open net.
Yeah, huge open net. Just screwed it bad. But yes, on all the other posts, Allen just good positioning, and then obviously they're trying to pick the corners. But when I saw Kachuk, I was like, I said it, Rick. I was like, this guy is not going to sleep tonight. He's going to have nightmares.
I've seen that a few times with him in highlights where he just misses it, and I bet you he's that character where you're right. He's going to think about it.
Big time.
I guess you can't help it, right? Oh,
yeah.
Ben Harry back. Harry had a problem. He is back in. There we go. I don't know how much is left in this intermission, but you guys, anytime if you need to back out, don't worry about it. Because I always lose track of the time between when the game starts. But
I'm keeping an eye on it.
Yeah, the TSN guys are still chatting it up.
The TSN, the Toronto Sports Network, that's what we call it. You must hear that, right?
Yeah. Well, I think, that it frustrates me sometimes because I would like to see, and obviously for myself, it's a different scenario because, like, obviously I have my channel and it's like I try to spread out the content, but, like, I am a Leafs fan. So it's like, from my own perspective, I like covering my own team. I like being passionate about my own team.
Of course.
So it's like, it's the balance of, like, I'm trying to spread it out throughout the league and give love to all teams. But I am a fan of my own team. So it's just like natural. People all the time will be like, oh, can you stream for this game? Can you do this game? I'm like, the Leafs play. I would never expect you to miss your team play. And so don't expect me to miss my team play,
No, exactly. And listen, when I was growing, like in the 70s, when it was all Montreal Canadiens in the 70s, and I would watch the news and all that, and it was all Canadians. Honestly, I never complained. I didn't, So
yeah, well, of course, when it's our own team, we'll never complain. Of course,
So that's it exactly. but I have to admit, I mean, you know what though? There's times when these sportscasters, they're a little bit maudlin. I would use the word about Toronto, and if you're not a Toronto Leafs fan, it can kind of get to you where they don't include any of the other teams really. Yeah, and it's a bit frustrating for us.
Well, I will say, Rick, and if I guess if this gives anyone watching hope or any of you guys, like, I just finished like my sports. Well, I'm done officially on Monday, but so just 4 years of sports broadcasting and media program, and Sportsnet was actually a lot involved in like donating a lot of money to this. And there's been a lot of people, like even for example, Jesse Pullock from TSN, he was out of this program a couple of years ago. So I've talked to him a few times, really cool guy. But the talk has been, and I've been in a lot of the conversations, is like we're trying to change, like obviously respect to a lot of the established people in the industry, but we're trying to change a lot of that from like kind of the ground up and running with a lot of us going through the program. So rather than just like keep it the same in terms of like, obviously in terms of diversifying, getting women more involved, and in terms of like just across the board of who's working, but also in terms of the coverage, right? I think there's a lot of ways you're seeing it online, whether it's through YouTube or just streaming sites or different stuff. The traditional broadcast might still be there, but there's other ways where you can cover different teams now. So while TSN will still exist, and yeah, it'll have a favoritism towards Toronto, there's other ways now where we can actually create online platforms to cover different teams, right?
Yeah, well, and listen, you know what? Good on you that you cover the whole NHL and you don't. I think a lot of why I don't. When I started out, I didn't know enough about all the other teams to do this, and but I mean, like, good on you to have that more of a broader look, like, I mean.
But I will say, obviously, the Toronto-Montreal matchup, we all want to see it, so that will be all biased towards that.
Hey, listen, that's good because that listen, we can bust each other's chops over it, right? There's nothing wrong with that.
Well, that's why I said
talking.
I don't know if you saw kind of the little quotations around. I said respectful,
Well, yeah, no, listen,
respectful shit talk.
Yeah, that's what you don't want to kill the other person. That's the thing, that's what it's come to today. Like, if you like a different team than I do, I'm supposed to hate you because of that. And I don't understand where that's come from, but because then it ruins all the debate. You can't debate things.
No, because Rick, the problem is everyone gets people want to make everything so personal today. In today's society, everyone wants to make like back, and you kind of talked about back in the day, you throw a shot here, shit talk here. The next day you're all buds, right? It's not like that anymore, unfortunately.
No,
like people take things so personally. Like they get like, I don't want to say throw out the word snowflake, but it kind of like it is, man. Like it's we can't have the rivalry, and that's why I be so careful with what I say, because there's certain people in the chat all the time that I'll say one little thing and I'll be respectful about it, and they get all heated about it. So I miss growing up, and my dad and I talk about it all the time, like the Toronto-Montreal rivalry. That's something where we can shit talk and have a good time with it. I love that shit.
We should be able to, but with most people you can, but
Well, that's why I love watching your channel, man, because I know we can go back and forth. And if we say shit, we say shit. The next day it's like game on again,
100%.
People that aren't actually hockey fans that get really offended. So it's like
not true hockey fans, yeah.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Not to like gatekeeper or anything, but like if you aren't actually like passionate about hockey and you're only really passionate about like this team or like your city's team kind of thing, you get really upset because it's like, oh, this is my home, my team, and how dare you?
It's the only reason why when we play the Leafs and things go bad, I do get angry because it's the Leafs.
Yeah, no, so Steven said in the chat, the hate is there for sure, but we're talking about different things. We're talking about the team, and then obviously being still able to respect other people.
That's it. But when that's over, I can walk away from that
exactly
with another with a Leafs fan and go and do and whatever and be fine. I don't have to hate. But my hate for the team, that'll never change because
of course.
I got the game back on.
And the game's on, yeah.
All right. So, if you want to head out, you guys can, or if you want to stick
chill for a bit, and then
you guys can. Totally up to you. This is an open environment. That's what I love about YouTube, right? That don't have to be that, I don't know, that polished professionalism. I don't.
And ASC is right. It is, well, obviously respect. I have a lot of like, whether it's through my channel or your channel, like there's a lot of great kids, but it is like the 12-year-olds kind of lighten up Twitter that sometimes makes it a different story, right?
Those are the only ones who give me shit when I walk around with like my hat on or whatever. It's 12-year-olds who see me and they're like, oh, go Leafs, go!
Right. No, it's.
Luna's also in Toronto, by the way.
Oh, there you go. That's awesome.
Habs fan in Toronto.
Hey, I mean, I know a lot of Habs fans in Toronto, so it's not new. I know, like, I got a lot of friends that are either Habs or even I know a lot of Bruins fans that are in Toronto.
Yeah, same.
Oddly, I can't say the same thing in Montreal for Leafs fans. I don't know that I've ever met anybody that lives here that said, "Oh, I'm a big Leafs fan." Bruins, yeah, not Leafs. It's weird. It's not weird. Montreal and Toronto have had this huge rivalry. Never mind hockey, just in everything since I can remember.
Yeah.
And that's where my hatred for the Leafs come from. Or for all things. Listen, I'll be honest with you. It's all things Toronto.
Hey,
Because we
can get out of here.
No, it's because we compete. No, not people. I said things. No, it's because we competed. Everything growing up, everything was a competition between Montreal and Toronto. So it was just this natural thing. So that's why, to me, Montreal's Toronto's the biggest rival. And most people will say, no, Boston is, and not for me.
Rick, I don't know if you saw that. I don't know how Toffoli. I mean,
no,
he got tied up, but that's a goal. Toffoli's got a.
Oh, it's gonna happen. I'm behind. Don't forget. Oh, I'm probably even farther.
No, he didn't score. I'm saying he should have had it. He should have.
No, I know, but the play probably didn't happen. I'm really behind. I didn't even refresh.
Oh yeah, try refreshing your stream.
What do you guys got there for time?
17:20.
Oh yeah,
I'm the same.
I'm 20 odd seconds behind that.
Oh.
So I'm refreshing. And it's back. Okay, so I should have been more caught up by now. Nope, that only caught me up 3 seconds.
17:35.
Oh, I'm only a second behind you, Luna. That's not bad. All right, so I think I missed that play, but yeah, this is the problem, and it's when I say it's a problem, it's not like I'm not enjoying this. When I have people on like that, I end up even looking less at the screen, but that doesn't mean I want you guys to leave because I like this. I like having people on with me. For me, it's a lot better.
Yeah, no, I like the vibe. It's chill. And just
I think I don't know. For me, it's a lot easier.
I think just with me, I've gotten used to multitasking so much that I can watch the game and talk. I wasn't able to do that before, but now being on YouTube for a while, I kind of can.
Well, I'm just at the bar with my boyfriend. I'm like, I'm not looking at you, but I'm listening. I'm watching the game.
Yeah, yeah.
No, that's okay. Don't worry. That's okay. Yeah, I'm just learning the multitask because this new streaming. I'm using StreamYard. It's fantastic. I know you do OBS, but this StreamYard thing is fantastic.
StreamYard's great.
It is fantastic. I love the fact that I can just bring people on, literally like with a click of a button. So I like that. Okay, so we got 16:25 in this third period. I know I haven't said that for a while, guys. I know. 11:15 are the shots. Wow, Montreal hit 15 on their own. Wow. They're in there with the big boys now. And it's 2-0 still. So let's hope something breaks soon. They need a goal soon. If they don't crack Ottawa, and I guess Murray's having a good game, or they're shooting from the perimeter shots.
I mean, a lot of the shots have been perimeter. I guess for the Habs, that's the one disappointing part. Like as I said, like that one chance in front to Foley, like he gets tied up, that should be a goal potentially. Like Murray hasn't had a good year, so Habs just got to solve him, and he'll probably lose that confidence so they can figure him out. But they haven't really given him anything too dangerous this game.
That's another check for Caufield. Caufield, of all things, I think he'd get into those dirty areas, those high danger areas for the shots. He's been doing
the high danger areas for sure.
He'll get in there, and they're not really getting in there to get those shots. It's all being pushed out to the side and shooting from there. Although their shot numbers have been lower lately, so they're not just shooting all hilly-nilly. Is that what the saying is?
Yeah, kind of willy-nilly. Yeah,
willy-nilly. That's it.
Well, yeah, that's the vacuum that Gallagher left, right? That's his office right in front of the net. He's not there now.
Yeah, Caufield will get in there. People don't think so because he's small, but he'll get in there. And besides, you just get him the puck on his stick. He needs a second, not even. Have you ever seen somebody with such a fast shot where you, even on the replay, you can't really see you can't see the shot?
Oh wait, are you asking me, or are you just saying in general that?
No, I'm asking you because I say that all the time, and I don't know.
People don't really I was watching today. Ovechkin's shot is just every time I watch it, I've obviously said that for years, but Ovi's shot is just something else.
Well, then he's got the same thing. You can't see the damn shot at all. It's so fast.
I mean, those kind of players don't grow on trees for sure. I mean, this is the NHL, so the shots are just legit anyways. But some of the shooters, I mean, Caufield has that. Like I said, man, if that guy builds some strength as well on top of the good shot he already has, it's going to be scary.
He's working on it. He's pretty strong. I mean, he's not easy to knock around for a small guy.
For sure.
And and he's got that thing, that determination that he's gonna do well. I like you. I'm not saying he's gonna score 50 goals, because I'm not saying that. Maybe in a career year. Maybe.
Yeah.
Right? But I can see him being regularly from 25 to 35 goals on a regular basis. That's
I agree. In a full 82 game season, I think that guy's scoring 25 goals. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I think that's fantastic. We don't have anybody you can count on like that. Nothing more. Okay, I'm trying to get a handle on this.
I can't believe Ottawa only has 11 shots.
26 shots in the whole game. It's kind of ridiculous.
Oh no.
And it doesn't look like it's gotten any more exciting.
Oh my god. It's his second penalty of the game. Bro, what is this guy doing? He went from last night to tonight of doing this shit.
Okay, I didn't see it yet. Who are we talking about?
You'll see in a second.
Sherratt. He's on the ice. No?
Why?
Toffoli did that?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's his second penalty.
He's just balancing out his 2 goals from the last game.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't need that kind of balancing act. I'd rather he balances out with 2 assists tonight. That'd be a lot better.
But Rick, this is the crazy part. I actually confidently think this game's not over, because I've seen this like 3 or 4 times against Ottawa for Montreal, where they're like not in it until like the very end and they score 2 random goals or a random goal. Like I think this game isn't over. The only problem right now is like by this time we would have already seen the pushback. Where's the pushback? Like they're playing like they're not down 2-0.
Yeah.
There's been that. It's been a problem. There's not enough of that to their game.
That's what I'm saying. Where's Ducharme on the bench just losing his shit?
Right. There's no urgency. There's no. They should be playing a game that shows that they know they got to catch up. You don't really see that. I don't see that. No urgency. No. I don't know what there's a word I'm looking for, and I don't know what the word is. So yeah, it's been a problem, and I think
that's a good word.
I think this is a big problem for them, and I hope it doesn't. That's not a good thing going into the playoffs when you're playing without urgency, because it's not going to bode you well in the play. And they never play a 60-minute game. That's not going to be good.
See, was that just a horrible penalty? Like, no, but it's just one of those things. Like, it's just unnecessary. What was the point of that? A guy off the puck, you're cross-checking him. Like, what was the point of that? Unless it's a battle in the corner, like Buddy's off, like it's interference, cross-check. It's just undisciplined.
That was real bad.
Yeah, it looked like a get out of my way kind of cross-check.
Yeah.
He didn't think he would fall.
Yeah, well, we'll see. This is a huge point of the game. Either kill it or GG's.
What was that? Either what? Or?
You either kill the penalty or GG's. Good game.
Yeah. Their penalty kill's been good, though. So.
Oh, yes, big time.
So that's like lately. I mean, not overall, but been good lately.
Well, that's where the Sherratt actually comes into effectiveness, I guess, for the PK. But
unless he tries to clear it over the glass.
Yeah.
Because that could happen.
No, I mean, yeah, in situational play, Sherratt's fine. He blocks shots. He's strong. It's fine, but obviously
he shouldn't really be playing with Weber. I mean, there's no puck mover there.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That pairing only works on the penalty kill when it's more of the box, the structured play, right? Not back up and down the ice.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, I'm not surprised Sherratt went right back with Weber. I mean, I guess we all figured that would be where he'd go, but I mean, it's a problem not
At
having
least for his first game back.
second game. Second
Is it
game.
second game back?
Second game back. Yeah, he was back last night. Was the first game.
Okay.
30 seconds left in this power play. Can we hold them off?
Come the fuck on.
Yeah, I'll say that's not bad, Rick. You're only 25 seconds behind me, so not bad.
Not bad. That's usually somewhere around there when you're watching online compared to like you're watching
Broadcast,
it. Yeah, you're watching it from the package, so you should get like right on the nose. Shamir's trying to get in. Come on, guys. Come on. Get a goal.
Okay, power kill over.
I know, but listen, the longer they wait, it's the harder it's going to be.
Listen, I'm on the Coach Bombay mindset. It takes 1 second to score a goal.
Yeah. When you haven't had a goal all game, though, it's a little unlikely.
Positive
They got
vibes,
it.
Rick.
Thank God it's Ottawa, though. I mean, that's maybe a saving grace here. That
See, you'll see in a second when Toffoli and Suzuki get going, man. It's good hockey. Like that zone entry was clean, but it's just a matter of getting into the high danger chance. Like this is all perimeter right now.
Yep.
Like I didn't see one shot opportunity there in the middle. Like they had the good offensive zone, but yeah, Toffoli and Suzuki, that was clean there.
But still, there's nobody. I mean, Ottawa shouldn't be able to push them out of the center like that.
Ooh, ouch.
Up. Hey, Shamir, welcome in. buddy.
Shamir, what a legend.
Hey guys,
A legend.
Legend.
I appreciate that, John. It's nice that now we have two commentators in this video chat with Rick and John.
Oh, John's. I can't hold. I can't even carry John's water compared when you're talking about analyzing and doing this stuff.
Well, I like to commentate, of course, but I actually do like this vibe as well, just hanging out, talking hockey, watching a game, because obviously with COVID, we haven't been able to kind of sit down with friends and watch a game, right? So,
Oh God, yeah. I mean, that's something that everyone's been missing. That's for sure. That's why I think this works so well right now. Is that
yeah,
you don't have to watch a game alone. There's people to watch the game with, right?
Ottawa is playing really well defensively. I mean,
It's very annoying.
They are.
they're playing well.
Yeah.
I mean, as much as we can say Montreal's struggling, like I will give credit to Ottawa. They're playing a good shutdown game right now. They know that they're up 2-0, so they're playing that style.
There are Detroit this year.
Well, I did say at the beginning of the season many times that Ottawa's that team to, for us to have that potential that we should the bet against this season.
Yeah, and it figures we'd have 10 games against them to shit the bed 10 times. Well, not 10 times, but we did almost.
I mean,
What do we got? 2 more games, I think. 2 more left with them.
Well, they've certainly been the biggest thorn in our side next to Toronto.
And it's funny that they've been a big thorn, not as bad as Montreal, but
But they've been a big thorn in Toronto as well.
Yeah. Not as bad as here, though. Damn it.
Wow, what a great breakout by Sherrod. That was amazing. No, I'm not even being sarcastic. That was good.
No, it's okay, because if you were sarcastic, they deserve it.
Come on, let's get some shutout hype for Murray right now.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Jinx the shit out of that in the chat house, fans, if you want.
Yeah, jinx the shutout. Murray's not getting the shutout.
That's what I do.
Murray's not getting the shutout.
I just keep slipping into the commentary. I'm like, oh, that's a good save to avoid the shutout there.
How am I going to do this? I want to wear the Jofa, but I can't. Oh, you know what? I can. I'll be fine.
All right. That was good.
I'm going to put the Jofa bucket on for some luck. I should have known. Should have done
I
that.
thought we established.
Okay, we got 8 minutes of Jofa luck.
There you go. It's going to happen.
Going to happen. Got to do what you got to do, right?
Of course.
I'm going to do that.
Man, we'll see. I don't know. Hopefully Montreal makes it a game here. I'd be down to see a 2-1 and then a good ending here.
Okay.
No,
Come on,
I mean, I
Goldberg,
want to
you
see
be
a
like Goldberg
3-2.
at the beginning of Mighty Ducks here. You just ran, you just ran from every puck.
Shamir, you were low. I didn't hear that.
You're very quiet.
Well, we need Murray to be like Goldberg at the beginning of Mighty Ducks.
Goldberg, Mighty Ducks.
He was just running away from every puck there.
Till they taped him up to the net? Was
Yeah.
that what it was?
Yeah. I am Goldberg, the goalie.
Yeah.
Hey, Goldberg, you would have caught that if it was a cheeseburger.
Joe Fazan, so the telepathic messages are being sent right now to the Bell Center. Hopefully they're getting through better than the shots are getting through.
I will say though, Rick, your chat's really good, man. You've built a good chat. Like everyone's super chill. No,
Yeah, I think so too.
Not too like far on the disrespect to anyone. So
Not everyone, but almost everyone.
Yeah, exactly.
We got.
We'll always have the trolls slipping in, but yeah, for the most part.
But listen, huge difference. Look, I've got 60 in here. You get 600. It's a different ball game because there's so many different kinds of people you're going to.
Oh, it's insane to control a chat sometimes. It's the internet, right? It's the internet.
Yeah.
You can only do so much.
Yeah,
Can't make everyone happy.
I learned from watching you, I learned how to. I watched you and I learned how to handle this because I like.
Yeah, a lot of it you can ignore, and then people like if I do address something, people like still ignore it. But there's sometimes like someone just will run their mouth and think they're okay with it, and no criticism, no backlash back. So sometimes you got to say something to shut them up,
Yep. But I watch you to learn how to do this.
Man, you're doing well. I have a lot of respect for. Like I said, I think there's a lot of great Habs fans. Even as a Leafs fan, I can say that, right? There's a lot of great Habs fans in this community.
There
so
are.
It's good.
There are, and this is a really good community that's being built here. I'm very proud of it.
No, man, it's good.
Yeah, we're
Cheers.
we're very inclusive. I wanted it to be very inclusive and open. Just everyone be civil to each other. There's nothing wrong with having other fan bases in here. Like I used to always be able to talk to fans of other teams when I was younger. We never fought with each other, so that's basically what I want in here.
I do think we need to get 50 likes, though. I think that needs to happen.
How many are we at?
44.
44. Let's get some
60
thumbs
people
up in
watching.
the room.
Hit it
Smash
right now.
that down. I'm gonna put the banner up. That might help. Let's put a big one up.
Come on, if we don't get to 50 likes, then Rick is going to take his top off and start singing and dancing here.
Yes, it's exactly, and that's a threat too. Believe me, you don't realize how much of a threat that is. That's a big threat. I got to tell you, and I doubt I'd ever do it. That would have to be something drastic. Would have to be going on in my life if I ever did that. Nope.
Thanks, Greg. That's awesome.
Hit the wrong one. There we go. Leave that one. Let me get back to the chat. Sometimes I have to remember I'm the host here. I'm the one who is running the board.
Oh, nice.
So we got 6:45 left in this game, essentially. 16-12 shots are for Montreal, but 2-0 is the score for Ottawa. Damn it. Yeah, with 6 minutes left, that's getting harder and harder to come back from two. Although the 2-goal lead supposed to be the worst.
Holy shit, the giveaways are killing Montreal.
They usually do. Especially another one right there. Oh, that's the one you're talking about.
Yeah, they just did it 3 or 4 times,
Right.
literally in the last 30 seconds.
But the one at center ice, that was just.
Yeah.
Damn,
Oh,
man.
Jesus. That was a gimme.
After the game, half the chat are going to say trade Price. Really?
I hate when people do that. I was like, you guys, he has a no trade clause in his contract. Shut up.
Yeah, I mean, just right there. And then rest. Give him some rest. He's tired.
And I mean, sorry to be the guy to say this, but it is only 2 goals. Like, if you want to say Price let in a weak goal, you're not going to win a game with 0 or 1 goal scored, right? You need to score at least probably 2 goals to win a game.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't score any goals. I mean,
The goalie can't score goals, guys. Let's go.
right. And it's not like it's 6-0 right now.
Wow, that's
Close.
a head shake.
Yeah.
Watch, you guys are going to get pissed.
Oh my god.
Rest Price. I mean, I just don't really understand that.
What was the head shake? That's that penalty?
Josh Anderson just decided to cross-check a guy's neck, so he's going
Yeah, I
to the
saw
box.
that. So that's a legitimate penalty. No?
Yeah, he's going to the box.
Yeah, he's going to the box. Yeah. I figured that's what you were
I get it, man. He's mad. He's mad at the game. It's 2-0. He's mad, but that's just stupid.
Why?
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
There's 5 minutes left.
Don't need to go to the
And
penalty
look, this
box.
is what I say about like players in general. Like, let's have some sparks. If you want to give a guy a shot, give a guy a low-key shot. But when you're giving a guy 3 shots up top, no ref is just going to let the second and third one go, you know?
Yeah.
Yep. And they know better. It's not like he doesn't know that. I guess it's in the heat of the moment, and I get that. But still, you got to have some discipline. End of the game. 4
That was
minutes.
bad.
4
That was
left.
stupid. That was stupid. 5 minutes left. That is the definition of stupid right there.
Right. Under 5 minutes left. So now if say Ottawa doesn't score, still that's 2 minutes gone from the 2.5 minutes you got left to catch up. Or the 4.5 minutes you got. It's done. Half your time's gone. And it's Anderson, a guy who's been great and not, you can't really complain a lot about this guy. It makes it even worse that you got to get mad at him.
I love Big Boy Andy, but that was not cool.
No, he's been great. Yeah, he's been great for you guys. I've enjoyed watching him a lot this year. But yeah, obviously he gets, with this style of play, he gets fired up, right? And sometimes he'll cross that line. But yeah, that right there is like, Zub is just not, he's just going to walk away from that. It's not like that was worth doing at all. It barely sent a message, and now you're in the box for 2 minutes.
I don't particularly care for hitting someone to injure, but yeah.
No, but yeah, like if you're going to send a message, obviously,
Send a message.
yeah, you don't want to hurt a player, but crunch them in open ice or go for a big hit. There's like a couple of cross checks like that. That's barely going to send a message.
Yeah. Whoop. Was that? That was the high stick?
And that definitely didn't hype up the bench. A big hit would have, but that doesn't.
No, the air goes out of the balloon. That's what you hear, the sound of the air.
I will say, Rick, did you expect this team to fight more, or
Yes, more urgency. That's what I mean. More urgency, and I think the word, I don't know the word, but that's kind of some fight back, something. This is like, I don't know, almost like they're not trying. So I don't know if that. Well, there it is. That's over. It's over. It's over.
Rude.
All I hear right now is I've got music in my head, and maybe you guys are too young for this, but it's Elton John, "Funeral for a Friend." Bye. It's over. Game over. That's lately when this happens. That's what goes through my head. That song. Yeah, I'm an old guy. I know.
Ducharme seems way too chill to be down 3-0 right now.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just no response.
Yeah, and that kind of thing, runs down from the top, right? If your boss is emotionless, everyone down on the bottom can be very emotionless. That's what it's like. Fire to team up somehow, but now it's too late. 3-0.
Yeah, too late.
Half of the chats on social media would be trade Price. The other half would be fire the GM.
No, as a third, and the other third is both.
I do agree with CND in the chat. That's the one thing. I mean, you're not going to blame him too much because it's literally like Batherson's manned. Like no one's covering Batherson in the slot there. But Price did go down too early on that play.
Okay. It's not like it ruined the momentum of the Canadiens, though.
No, I mean they were down 2-0. It was just basically the closer goal. But
Yeah.
Hey, John, I think you got a groupie there, tape to tape.
Where's that?
Tape
Oh.
to tape.
Oh.
Yeah, tape to tape. It's one of my mods. He's
One of
he's a
your
beauty.
mods? Okay, good.
Yeah.
Top right guy is cute. Aw.
So,
I
John,
thought I was in the top right. No, of course, I'm on the top left.
So, John, you think Dubas? You think
And
he's
an
gonna
empty
be
netter.
GM
4-0. Yay! It's 4-0.
GM of who, Shamir?
So do you think Dubas? You think he's going to be GM of the year?
Depends. If they win
We
the
made
cup,
good moves. Yeah, well, they don't base it off playoffs. Like, I think it's an unwritten thing. Like, it's off a season, right? But I don't know. I think Dubas will be up there. I do think like a couple other teams like obviously need. Oh shit! What a save.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, there's other teams out there that deserve the respect, but Dubas is probably in the conversation. Yeah.
Because I certainly remember after the elimination in the RTP by the Jackets, speculation starting to ramp up as to whether or not the state of Dubas's job.
Yeah, well, I mean, he did what he could in terms of making the team more defensively reliable and physical. So he did what he could, and that's why I'll say the same thing about Bergevin. I know Habs fans don't want to hear it, but I mean, Bergevin did make good moves, and a lot of Habs fans admitted that he made good moves. Right? You bring in Josh Anderson to fully at that price. You brought in Jake Allen. You brought in Corey Perry. Great moves, right? And I mean, I think we could make the argument right now that Josh Anderson and not Petrie. Well, Petrie's been good, but bad lately. But Josh Anderson and Perry and Toffoli have been probably three of the most impactful Habs this year, right?
Yeah, Jeff made a point last game. He asked me and Shamir to name the five best Habs all year. And I named Gallagher in the monks, and everybody else that Shamir and I named were the new guys.
So, right? I mean, can we really – it goes back to the conversation. Maybe Bergevin hasn't done enough, but he hasn't made a bad move. Three of the best Habs this year have been guys that were just brought in this season.
Yep. Sure. That's a good point, John. It's a good way to look at it. It's different.
Isn't leading, or not leading, but like he's in like the top 5?
He's top 5, top 6 in the league for goals.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Toffoli.
Yeah, Toffoli is, yeah. He sure is. Okay, now I can get back to this and have some volume. There we go.
I hear they're gonna lose for sure.
4-0 with two minutes left. Yep.
Yeah, Toffoli's in a 5-way tie for 6th spot in goals right now. 5-way tie. That's great.
It's been a while since this late into a season we got a guy in that area. I can't remember the last one. Oh, 2 minutes left here, guys, and then the misery's over. 19-15 are the shots. But the score.
So, I mean, if this season we had a regular 82-game schedule and the regular divisions, do you think that the Habs would still be contending for a playoff spot, or do you think we'll be on the outside looking in?
I think personally, I think they'd have a better record, but they'd be on the outside looking in. Why? Because they'd be playing more varied teams. So they play some of the bad teams as well. They have better, like maybe more wins, but they wouldn't be in a playoff spot.
I fully agree because you're playing Buffalo and Detroit a lot of the games.
Yeah.
But you have to look at it that, well, even for Toronto, you'd still have Tampa and Boston potentially ahead of even the Leafs. So Montreal would be battling with those East teams, of those Metro teams for the wild card, right?
Exactly. We'd be back to battling for that wild card. On the outside, looking in.
Yeah, I would say that we would be like a 10 to 12 kind of place team if we had the regular.
So why is Montreal not why did they not do this 15 minutes ago? Why are you getting chances now that are high danger?
That's typical of them, eh? Last 5 minutes of the game, too little, too late.
Yeah.
Here, we'll get it going.
3 high danger chances here in the last minute, but obviously down 3-0. What does it mean at this point?
4-0, and it doesn't mean anything. That's the problem. Yeah, exactly. Start the period like that. Why aren't you coming out? At the very least, third period starts and you're coming out like gangbusters. I do get it in this particular game, But this isn't like it's any different from other games, right?
Yeah.
So,
So yeah, at 4-0, I meant.
yeah, it's 4-0. Well, nice little chance there by Lehkonen, but I mean Lehkonen can't score, so
Power play.
power play. Wow, we might break the shutout. Break the shutout. I don't know what's worse. Breaking the shutout this late?
So
Or
I
the
think Kurt
shutout.
Muller was still coaching the power play unit out there of late.
It does. I'm telling you, it's like reverting back. And the number is reverting back to Claude Julien Day numbers. We're not that far off from where the power play was.
Yeah.
So it's just not a good thing. Oh, you can't even connect on that. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Well, I think Ottawa's getting their first shutout of the season.
Well, I think I might have gotten
Is
the
it?
margin of victory right, but not the score.
Yeah. I know Murray doesn't have a shutout. I haven't seen any of the other goalies on Ottawa have a shutout. Their numbers are horrible. I mean, just horrible. So, yeah, it's their first. We got one finally, and now they're getting their first. Courtesy of Montreal. Gift wrapped.
Balance.
But isn't that crazy? The Sens haven't been shut out either. Like they haven't gone
haven't.
one game without scoring a single goal.
They haven't. That's true. They have not been shut out. So, yeah, it's kind of – and we've had, what, 3 or 4 shutouts?
They're the only team. That's insane.
Yeah, it is. It's weird how stats work like that sometimes.
Well, this sounds weird to say, but if Montreal was going to have an absolute stinker of a game, it would be this game because you have to focus on beating Calgary, right?
Yeah, plus the back-to-back, the quick turnaround, and Ottawa is just a thorn in our side all season. Why would it change now?
Because this is a better result than if you had lost last night and then won today. I know it sounds weird to say, and you're losing to Ottawa, but if you had lost to Calgary last night, that would have been much worse than this.
Way more impactful on the record and the chances of making the playoffs, 100%.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, Harry. Tell us what you really think. We know that that live stream of yours afterwards is going to be quite lively.
Harry just told us what he really thinks. And yes,
Embarrassing.
everybody, don't forget, Harry Rice, after he does that, you know that thing that it's not coming out of my mouth? That's what he does over on his channel. And, I think Harry's going to be pretty entertaining.
You know, that thing that he does on the interwebs.
Guys.
What was that? Sorry? You both talked over each other.
Go ahead, Luna.
I was just saying that Harry does a really fun post game live stream if you want to.
That's what it is. Yes. And, you just have to look up Harry Rice. But I think a lot of people here know Harry, I think. So, yeah. So this was disappointing. So the next game is Monday, and we are in Edmonton to take on. But that might be actually a good thing, the way Montreal's played against Edmonton.
We seem to keep McDavid and Draisaitl usually off.
Yeah.
Not
So-
good.
So maybe we'll have a little comeback there in Edmonton, and then we got to face the Flames for 3 games in Calgary, and then we're done. And I think I'm not sure who I was watching. John, it might have been something you put up where you said 4 games against Calgary, or it was Matt at Scotian this morning. Yeah.
Yeah, like I talked about it on a stream, but yeah, I mean, I've been saying, I think a lot of Habs fans maybe you guys are nervous, but I was just saying, like, you got to focus on those games in Calgary because that's the make or break for me.
Yeah, you got to think it is, right? Because if they can just hold off Calgary, it almost doesn't matter. Although,
yeah, exactly.
Calgary needs to go, I think, 10-1-1, as long as Montreal will go 500 the rest of the way.
Yes, that scenario is different, though, if Calgary was to beat Montreal, though.
True. Very true.
Because it's a point swing, right?
Yeah, you're very right. Very, very, very true. So this was a disappointment.
Yeah, I guess
Well,
I
I'm-
agree. Like the only good thing to be said about it is that at least we lost to Ottawa.
And also,
Yeah, it's the least impactful. The least impactful, yeah.
Which
Yeah,
is very weird to think that we're saying, well, at least we lost to Ottawa. Right? It's
No,
kind of
it is,
weird.
it is weird to say, but as I said, yeah, like if you had lost, I think the vibe would have been like, you guys move on to tomorrow. If you had lost to Calgary 2 games in a row, it would be very, like, a lot more nerve-wracking. This is a game where, you know what, now you played actually shit against Ottawa, you can move forward and just bounce back against Calgary again, right? Because you have, I think, 3 games in Calgary coming up after Edmonton, and then, so.
But I dare say if they lost to Calgary last night, they'd have lost this game as well.
You think so?
Yeah. Yep.
Well,
Because
I mean,
they'd have been tired. They all the valid excuses would have been there, and it would have been a shitty game.
well,
I do see a lot of
know
Price
if-
comments, but
Nice comments.
no Price comments. I
Oh,
understand
right.
Price let 3 goals on 13 shots, but you also have to think about the other problem, folks. They didn't score, so
Yeah.
Right. So
Price
it's
can't
almost-
score goals, you guys.
Right. It's not just on Price is really, I think, is the point, right?
I would only blame him for that one. where
yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I didn't pay enough attention.
But that's
I'll
kind of
have
his
to.
jam, isn't it? Like that's been a little bit of his MO that he goes down a little bit early.
Yeah.
Right on that goal. Yeah. I didn't really see them goals that well. So, all right.
And
All
he was
right.
at that for the fourth, so fire him, obviously.
Should be interesting to see if if Vancouver doesn't get in all 56 games and we go to the percentages, how that's going to turn out.
Yeah, I don't know what our percentage is though. I don't know if it's any better. There was a point. I just bit my tongue. There was a point where Montreal was better percentage than Edmonton, but that changed not that long ago.
They won't. There's no way. If they will only go to point percentage if there's no playoff implications. If it's to the point where Montreal just smacks Calgary out of the situation and Vancouver loses a few games, then they'll go point percentage, I think, maybe. But if there's playoff implications where Vancouver could hypothetically catch Montreal, I don't think they'll do point percentage. There's no way, because then imagine they went off of point percentage with Vancouver missing 15 games and put Vancouver ahead of Montreal. They wouldn't do that. It wouldn't happen.
I left Harry's. I'll take it off with this one. Oh shit! I had a question.
We got Jeff in
And
the room here.
I'm
Got Jeff in the
trying to
chat.
put his comment up. There it is. I had a question and it just went away. Damn it. Do you guys think that Vancouver's going to be able to finish their season though?
I don't know.
John, what do you think? I mean, they're still
Like I said, if they will finish the season if they have to finish the season.
I know they've already pushed it to May 16th. There's games, so
as I said, if there's playoff implications, Rick, they will finish the season. But if Vancouver is mathematically out of it by game 45, then I could see them going point percentage. Yeah.
Okay.
I feel terrible for them. Jeez, having to play that many games in such a short period.
Yeah, it's 19 games in 29 days is basically what they've got.
Yeah, it's 1929, 1930. Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
gross. I don't understand.
It's crazy. Oh, my ex-wife making fun. I see you there, Lou. I see you. Ex-wives, No, it's okay. Yeah, so I guess unless Jeff wants to come on here, I don't think he can anyway. I guess we're going to call it a night. You guys want to stick around or I don't know.
I'm in no rush. Hey, Rick, I'll say again, I do my own thing on my channel, but I love doing this, and I think it was a cool vibe. I'm sorry, Habs fans, that for the loss. As I said, I think the one bright. I know people are like, "Shut up! I don't give a shit." But I think there's the one positive you can take away from this is at least you beat Calgary yesterday, and hopefully now at this point, you take this loss, which for me, I think there's been a couple other Habs losses where it's been close to that rock bottom, but this is one of those losses where you look at it. And I go, a bunch of other teams have had it. Toronto had the 5-1 game where that was the rock bottom. They choked against Ottawa, right? Maybe this is Montreal's game where they shit the bed against Ottawa. And at least now you have the actual important games. I'm not saying this is not an important game. It was an important 2 points to get. But you have games against Edmonton coming up. You have games against 3 games that are crucial against Calgary.
Yeah.
And at this point, you don't want to make that desperation move. But maybe whether it's line shifts or Caufield coming in more into that conversation, I don't know. They're going to do something. But, that's my last words for that.
This road trip is going to be a make or break road trip for Montreal, I think. As far
And
as
ASC is saying, I'm not sorry. I mean, man, like I said, guys, I cheer for Montreal? No, but I think the Toronto-Montreal matchup would be fun. Then at the end of the day, I kind of, if anything, think it'd be cool to see these big markets in the playoffs, like Toronto, Montreal, Edmonton, like all these teams in the same division on the same side. So for me, I came into watching this game. I just wanted a good game, but of course it wasn't the best for either. I don't even think Ottawa played a good game. They knew how to shut down Montreal when it mattered, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's a good point. All right, so we're gonna end it right here. I want to thank, first of all, everybody out there watching. Thank you so much. And Habs Guru, thank you for the donation. Really appreciate that. And let's see. Don't forget, head over to Harry Rice after this because he's on and probably going to be pretty vocal about his feelings. Thanks, John from Hot Take Hockey. Thanks, John from Hot Take Hockey, for being here for most of this game. That was fantastic. I really, really appreciate that.
Of course, man. Thank you for having me on. And
Shamir and Luna, thank you for being here. As always, we'll see a lot of you guys. And that's it. Everybody have a great night. It's odd Saturday night, free Saturday night, no hockey, unless you're watching one of the other games. And we'll see you next one Monday. I'm not sure what the start time. I think 9 o'clock for the Edmonton game. And we'll see you there. So thanks for watching, everybody. Stay safe out there. Peace out, y'all. See you next one. Bye, everybody.